everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Addison Brothers Flooring.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Lincoln County School District 2 Transportation Department has multiple openings. Work mostly weekends as a full-time activity driver starting at $25.75 an hour plus benefits. Or you can work weekdays as a full-time daily route driver starting at $22.75 an hour also with benefits. Or work part-time as a bus aide for $17.50 per hour. All positions include paid training. Visit lcsd2.org and click job openings.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I've been dancing since I was 3, and I love it. I used to get nervous going places by myself, but I don't get worried anymore. Dance has helped me be brave and confident, and I am even on Desi's dance performing team now. I love being with my friends, and I love my teachers.
To learn more about how you or your child could not only develop their dance skills, but also develop as a person, visit Desi'sDance.com. Youth and adult classes are available. That's Desi'sDance.com.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass. Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
Only 4 teams remain in each classification of Wyoming high school football in the semifinal round, and it's just one game until Laramie. And for these 2 teams, it would be either a record win streak continuing and the hunt for a 4th consecutive, or a long drought over in the state title match, as the Star Valley Braves on their home field as the 1 seed in the 3A West classification take on what many consider to potentially be the Cinderella of the 3A class this year in the visiting Lander Valley Tigers. I'm Duke Gans with Dal Erickson in the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on an overcast Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock scheduled kickoff time between the Braves and the Tigers in the 3A semifinals. Dal, you go through an entire season, and between these 2 teams, a combined 1 loss on the whole year, and then it comes down to 1 single game on a Friday afternoon.
Weekends like this is why we love sports. Sports in general, high school sports maybe even in particular. It all comes down to just the next few hours and what's going to happen. You can write your own story. You can determine what happens as a team and as individuals. You're part of that your job within that as a team. And it's exciting times, especially if you're the team that gets to host, and it's as good as it gets.
Now, for the Lander Valley Tigers, they have Coach Jim Burton, who joined Lander Valley after coaching for a handful of years at Evanston High School, and he's done a complete turnaround for this program, Dallas. For those that watched Sports Night with Jake Hibbert at SBINews.com, he did a great job telling that story. But Lander was not only not in the playoffs a handful of years ago, they weren't winning games, and here they are as a 1-loss team in the semifinal round.
And that 1 loss was a close one. They lost 1 time this year. That was to Riverton, who was the East champion. That was a 3-point game, and Riverton is the host team later on tonight against Cody. So, this is a team that very much belongs in the semifinals based on their body of work this year. And the Braves, of course, we know what they've done up to this point. And guess what? Lander, as I've said many times, they would love to come in here and wreck it.
You mentioned the Braves. On the flip side, you have head coach McKay Young in his 10th year as head coach of Star Valley football, and he has a second residence in the city of Laramie in Wyoming, and looking for his 4th consecutive state title and a powerhouse in 3A football. Tonight would be if the Braves come away with the win, the 32nd win in a row for this program.
Yeah, you look at what they've done, and especially the last 2 seasons, they have not shied away from those numbers. The three-peat, the winning streak, they've not shied away from. In fact, they've embraced it. And we've said many times, this particular senior class, they have owned it, and they want it to continue on their watch. And tonight, they'll get another chance to extend it.
It's the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. 30 minutes away from semifinal football. Star Valley hosting Lander Valley, live on the SVI Sports Network. On the way, we'll have your Crimson Corner Roundup, tidbit of history looking back to the 2018 Star Valley Braves football team. We'll recap this rivalry, sideline report, records watch, keys to the game, all on the way. Jake Hibbert also standing by with the studio report. When we come back, I have the chance to catch up with Star Valley High School senior and quarterback for this year's squad, Phoenix Subby. Our senior spotlight on the way next, live from Star Valley High School and semifinal playoff football on the SVI Sports Network.
The
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Weed and Pest, and I'm going to do my part to spray knapweed with an EPA-approved environmentally friendly herbicide.
Hi, I'm Brian with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. I'll control knapweed by digging it.
If you like the area you live, if you like the wildlife, if you love the beautiful valleys around us, we really need to stop this spread. As a concerned citizen of Lincoln County, do your part. Stop the spread of this invasive species.
It's our senior spotlight on the SVI Sports Network, and Star Valley High School senior Phoenix Hovey is joining us today. Phoenix quarterback for the Braves this year. Another win last week, Phoenix. Of course, a playoff win for the Braves. The win streak continues, and you guys are in the semifinals. When you kind of reflect on how this season has gone so far for you guys, is it kind of surreal? Or, I mean, obviously you're reaching expectations, but what are your thoughts on the season?
I think it's just kind of what we not expected, but what we've worked for really hard, and I think we've put in the work every week, and the results show it for itself. So yeah.
So here you are, final home game of the season. Hopefully one more after this one, right? You have the Lander Tigers here in the semis. What are you guys focusing on this week in practice as you get ready for Lander?
A lot of preparation for some possible weather coming in on Friday. So working with the wet ball and just getting ready for some possible weather that we normally don't get to play with. So we're excited for it, and it's going to be a physical, fun game.
Now, of course, as a senior, this is it as far as home football for you. What are your thoughts on that, and what are you going to miss most about playing football in Afton for the Braves?
Definitely bittersweet. It's been a fun, awesome season, but I'll never forget playing here in Afton, especially just the crowd, the fans. I'll always remember most of the Sugar game, just how loud the crowd was, and just the little kids coming up asking to get autographs after the game. I'll just never forget playing here in Afton, so yeah.
Very cool. What has been your favorite moment so far in the season up to this point?
I would say the Sugar game. The last play right there, the Hail Mary up to Roman. Definitely, that was good.
That was a fun moment. I'll take that too, fun moment. All right, so you guys are hoping to advance to state. What are your emotions there should you get the win this week? And being a senior and the quarterback for the team, what are you thinking about as far as being in Laramie?
I think we just got to take it as just one other game. We just got one more. We got to go 1-0 every week, and just keep the main thing. Keep the same goal, the same as it's been all year, and get the 4-peat.
Phoenix Hovey, our senior spotlight here at SVI. All right, Phoenix, when you're not playing football, what else do you like to do? What other hobbies do you have?
I like going with Targhee, snowboarding in the winter, and then I like golfing a lot in the summer.
Okay. You have a favorite golf course?
Right here in Afton.
Beautiful. The old Valley View, right? Absolutely. How about plans after high school? Do you have that ironed out, or what are you thinking?
I think I'll go to college and study sports management or athletic training.
Okay. If you could go to any college in the nation right now, every option's open to you, where would you go?
Give me Bama, Roll Tide.
Nice. Okay. All right. What about in school right now? Do you have a favorite class that you're taking currently?
Ooh. I would say I like my senior capstone class. It's just learning about our future and college and community service. So yeah.
How about favorite teacher right now?
I'll take Mr. Lancaster.
Nice. Okay, now not going to put you on the spot, but favorite coach on the coaching staff for the Braves this year?
This could get me in trouble. Coach Kazare.
Never go wrong with Coach Kazare. Phoenix, how about your favorite soda?
Mountain Dew.
And favorite candy bar?
Payday.
Nice. All right, didn't see that one coming. That's Phoenix Hubby, our senior spotlight of the SVI Sports Network.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room. Everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
This is the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Kickoff, live on the SVI Sports Network. Stop by your local Star Valley branches in Alpine and Afton.
Live from Star Valley High School, it is the First Bank of Wyoming Countdown to Kickoff on the SVI Sports Network. Star Valley Braves on their home field for what will be the last home game of the season for Star Valley. They're hoping they have one more left in Laramie next week at War Memorial Stadium and another shot at a 3A state title game. In their path tonight, the Lander Valley Tigers. They're back in the locker room, and they hope to have a trip themselves to Laramie next week. The 3A semifinals, the other game tonight, Cody and Riverton. That one doesn't kick off until 6 o'clock. But more on that. Let's head out to the studio report with Jake Hibbert tonight, made possible by Lincoln County Weed and Pest. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for the details. They say defense wins championships, and based on this year's Final Four teams, it sure looks like it. Here's Jake Hibbert and the studio report.
Guys, well, at the beginning of the season, I pointed out how many senior quarterbacks there were in the 3A classification. And as we get down to the Final Four, I think it's more than fair to say that the four quarterbacks left standing, Phoenix Hovey for Star Valley, Cash McFadden for Cody, Blake Gantenbein for Riverton, and Paxton Hollingshead for Lander, represent the four best signal callers. But what about the other side of the ball? Because the Final Four teams also represent the four best defenses in 3A, both in overall yards and against the rush. Star Valley's mark of 5 first downs allowed per game is just about untouchable. Everyone else gives up more than twice that many. But Star Valley's defense really has no comparison across classifications, unless you want to look at maybe Pine Bluffs giving up just 3 first downs a week in 9-man 1A, and fellow perennial power Bighorn gives up just 7. At the core of this defensive success for Star Valley is the outside linebacker edge defender Roman Erickson. Erickson is the third leading defensive point getter in the state, but something defensive points can't measure is how effective Erickson is as that D-gap or edge defender. He works like a border collie does on a ranch, keeping the ball carriers inside the tackles and allowing his inside backers to clean up the mess. And as all four of these teams find themselves just one win away from a state bid, the big offensive plays will probably be what we remember from this weekend. But who wins these games is probably going to come down more to all of the plays that don't happen. Meaning whichever of these top four ranked defenses allow the running game to bust outside one too many times is probably going to be the ones headed home. Which takes us back to that first down number for Star Valley. More than anything, this number tells you just how well Star Valley has done at defending against the big play. Going back to their 14-7 win over Cody, it was the defense who continued to make up for the rare misses the offense kept experiencing. And with the temperatures today in Afton sitting in the high 30s, it's the time of year when defenses really start to hurt. We'll find out who we have in all the championships tonight, but right now, let's get back to you guys.
Thank you, Jay Kibber. That's the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest, just in time for the sunshine to poke through on a cloudy Friday afternoon in Afton, Wyoming. It's the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Less than 20 minutes away between Star Valley and Lander in the 3A semifinals, live on the SVI Sports Network.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
It's almost game time. This is the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff on the SVI Sports Network.
43 degrees right now in Afton at Star Valley High School, where the Braves will take on the Lander Valley Tigers. Winner goes to state next week to take on either Riverton or Cody. That game kicks off at 6 o'clock tonight in Riverton, Wyoming. So this one will be done by then, in theory, and Star Valley or Lander will await their opponent at that time. Now let's take a look at what else is happening in Crimson and Gold Athletics today and through the weekend with the Crimson Corner presented by Teton Tactical Supply.
Well, we are coming right down to the end of the fall season. State volleyball going on right now. The Lady Braves are in Casper. Came up short yesterday and a loss to Thunder Basin 3-0, and they are waiting to serve it up against Cheyenne East in the consolation bracket today. Looked like maybe Evanston was going to get swept by Sheridan, but the Red Devils said nope, and so they're just waiting for that one to conclude before they can start that up. So that one will start probably here probably during the first half of this game. So that's a look at your Crimson Corner from Teton Tactical Supply.
Follow them on their Facebook page and join the Teton Tac Facebook group where they raffle off tactical gear and guns with limited tickets for fair odds. Locally owned right in Star Valley. That is Teton Tactical Supply with the Crimson Corner. How about some of those other games going on in the semifinal action across Wyoming? Here's the roundup with the help of Sunrise Engineering.
Well, looking at 4A, you got Cheyenne Central at Sheridan. Cheyenne East will be at Campbell County here in 3. Of course, Cody at Riverton. We talked about that. Lander and Star Valley with the early kickoff here in 3A. In 2A, Lovell is at Mountain View, and that one is all but over. Mountain View all over Lovell right now in the third quarter, 46-6. Thermopolis also, Bighorn also out to a big lead on Thermopolis, 17-0 in the first quarter. So that 2A matchup may already be set as well. That's a look at your, in 9-man, Rocky Mountain at Gray Bowl and Lingle Fort Laramie at Pine Bluffs, and then in 6-man, Encampment at Burlington and Hewlett at Little Snake River. That's a look at your Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. That is sunrise-eng.com. A tidbit of history presented by Star Valley Medical Supply. Real answers, honest service, and quality home medical equipment. Find them on their brand new website at starvalleymedicalsupply.com. That is starvalleymedicalsupply.com. Tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, John Little takes us back to the year 2018 for Star Valley football with today's tidbit of history.
In 2018, the Star Valley Braves faced a tough road. Quarterback Dean Shaw missed much of the season with a collarbone injury. Injuries kept piling up across the roster. Still, the Braves pulled through and won the state championship. Coach McKay Young says the juniors from that team were key to the win. For Shaw, the championship for his senior season would be his to claim. Coach Bauer Johnson calls the 2019 team one of the most dominant in Star Valley history. Young paired Shaw with junior Brant Nelson, who had stepped in after Shaw's injury the previous year. They rotated as receivers and quarterbacks, a combination that worked. The team averaged over 40 points per game, and receiver RJ Gazer broke the school record for most touchdowns in a season. Coach Young says Cody was a tough match. Games stayed neck to neck until turnovers shifted momentum. Coach Young says cornerback James Erickson's pick six sealed the win. Braves didn't lose a single regular season game, and they had no plans to do so during the playoffs. But the path wasn't entirely smooth. In the playoffs against the Jackson Bronx, Star Valley trailed early. Bronx had arrived 5 minutes before kickoff and debuted a brand new offensive scheme. Shaw says it changed through the Braves' normally solid defense for a loop. But Star Valley bounced back, winning 42-21 to advance to the championship game. The title game against Powell, who had defeated Cody, was one-sided. Going into the third quarter, the Braves led 35-0. Kazare says the locker room was unusually calm at halftime. 2 second-half touchdowns by Powell weren't enough to challenge Star Valley. The win capped off the Braves' first undefeated season since 1967.
That's your tidbit of history presented by Star Valley Medical Supply. Again, find them online at starvalleymedicalsupply.com. Still to come in our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. We'll have your recap the rivalry in just a few. We have the sideline report coming up in just a few as well. Your records watch and keys to the game all ahead of your starters. First, we are going to send it right down to the field as we are about 10 minutes away from kickoff time here this afternoon. And we'll have the presentation of the colors and the national anthem presented in our broadcast by Hastings Ace Hardware in Afton. Proud to support the troops and the national anthem in our broadcast live on the SBI Sports Network. So let's go down to the field for the colors presentation as they walk out onto the field here on SBI. The first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff.
The colors are presented
by the Star Valley Veterans of Foreign Wars, post number 4797, Lander Valley's VFW, Popoja, post 954, the Star Valley High School Color Guard, and student athletes from both Lander Valley and Star Valley. Please welcome the talented and Star Valley's very own Bria Jack for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Phoenix Hovey, quarterback, son of Nate and Brianne Hovey, senior, Alpine, Wyoming.
Kyan Watson, son of Stacy and Kevin Watson, running back and middle linebacker, senior, hometown F, Wyoming.
Nathan Hatterley, son of Coulter and Amanda Hatterley, running back and middle linebacker, junior, Bedford, Wyoming.
I'm Will Linford, son of Sam and Lisa Linford, tight end, defensive end, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Cooper Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna Lancaster, wide receiver and DB. I'm a senior, and I'm from Smoot, Wyoming.
Roman Erickson, son of Scott and Brittany Erickson, junior, wide receiver, outside linebacker, Dry Creek, Wyoming.
Preston Ross, son of Mike and Robin Ross, receiver, safety, senior, Smoot.
Travis Thompson, son of Kyle and Aaron Thompson, junior, wide receiver and corner, Fairview, Wyoming.
Liam Tautia, son of Lydia and Liam Tautia, running back, DN, fullback, senior, American Samoa, Nuan Setanga.
Caleb Erickson, son of Barton Janet Erickson, running back, defensive back, senior, Bedford, Wyoming. Eli Christensen, son of Joe and Danae Christensen, senior, play center, defensive end, and I'm from Afton.
I'm Will Walker. I'm son of Richard and Trista Walker. I play outside linebacker and guard. I'm a senior this year, and I live in Fairview.
My name is Ryan Talbot, son of Ashley and Todd Larson. I'm an O-lineman. I'm a senior, and I'm from Albany.
My name is Dane Jensen. I'm son of Wade and Deanna Jensen. I play O-line, D-line. I'm a senior, and I'm from Afton, Wyoming.
Kevin Philby, son of Jane and Frank Philby, O-line and linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
I'm Tate Lawson, son of Heath and Heidi Lawson, tight end, safety, senior, Afton, Wyoming.
Crew Don Joy Morgan, son of Christian and Leanne Morgan, wide receiver and outside linebacker, junior, Afton, Wyoming.
Zach Thompson, son of Kenny and Ginger Thompson, wide receiver, DB. I'm a senior, Star Valley Ranch, Wyoming. My name is Dax Button, son of Ashley and Kevin Button, wide receiver, DB, junior in Star Valley.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
We
That's the starting lineups for the Braves, presented by Mountain Star Products on Rocky Road in Afton. As we continue with the first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff, Amelia Kazare had the chance to catch up with Star Valley's head coach McKay Young and get his thoughts heading to this semifinal matchup between Star Valley and Lander. Millie, take it away.
It has been a fantastic season, and here we are in the semifinals. Coach said he's not feeling very much pressure, and he wants to see the team execute their plays well. Lander's a good team, and our boys will have to put in a little bit more effort than normal. But it is important that we do well during this game, as state is just around the corner. Good luck to the Braves, and we'll send it back to you, Duke and Dow.
Amelia Kazare, thank you, with the Miles CPA Sideline Report. Presented by Miles CPA, located in Afton and in Alpine. Call 885-0055. That's 885-0055. Now coin toss just took place at midfield.
And the Braves won the coin toss and have deferred to the second half, so that Lander offense will come out and face the Star Valley defense right out of the gate.
Let's go right back down to the field. Claire Myers had the opportunity to catch up with Lander Valley head coach Jim Burton. Back with the Miles CPA Sideline Report. Claire.
I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Jim Burton, who coaches the Lander Tigers. Coach Burton is so excited to play Star Valley for the semifinal game and hopes that it goes well. He's excited to see what his boys have put together for this whole season, and he's so happy that his team has grown so much and shown so much discipline and so much character. Coach Burton hopes that the boys play to the best of their ability and that they work hard. We're so grateful that we can play with them today, and we can't wait to see how it turns out. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Claire. The Miles CPA Sideline Report in Afton and in Alpine. Miles CPA, call 885-0055. Now let's take a look at the rivalry between the Braves and the Tigers. Let's recap it with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
This is a good one. The first game took place back in 1973. Overall, the Braves lead at 24-8. Here in Afton, it's pretty one-sided. Star Valley leads at 15-2. The last time these two teams met was just last year in the quarterfinals. Star Valley won that one 52-0 right here on this field. Looking at some of the trends of the series, the Braves have won the last 5 meetings. The last Lander win in Afton was in 2011. That was a 35-16 final. And that is a look at your rivalry, brought to you by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Remember, when you're impaired, do not get behind the wheel. Drinking and driving, just don't. This message from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office and the Records Watch with the help of Star Valley Disposal.
Well, Phoenix Hovey is 470 passing yards behind Smith McClure for second in the single season list. He needs 108 tonight, and he would pass Trace Hatterley for 5th place on the career passing list. And a couple of receivers tonight with 32 receiving yards. Roman Erickson would reach 500 for the season. And with 59 receiving yards, Travis Thompson would reach 500 for the season. So those two are right there. That's a look at your Records Watch, brought to you by Star Valley Disposal.
Residential, commercial, construction, and septic services. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com. And finally, your keys to the game, presented by SVI News.
Well, key number one's a big one. Turnovers end seasons. I just talked about it on the rivalry, Duke. The last time the Lander Tigers won in Afton, I did that game. Lander had not one, but 2 pick sixes in that game. That really buoyed them to that victory. So turnovers definitely will end your season. Key number 2, we're going to see it right away here. The Lander run game against the Star Valley defense. Who can come out better on that matchup? The Braves need to hit big on their big passing plays. I'm talking over the top stuff, over 20 yards. And then the special teams has been special. It needs to continue to be so. Star Valley has 6 special teams touchdowns this year. That's a look at your keys to the game from SVI News.
Have you downloaded the SVI News app? It's free on Android and Apple devices. Just search for SVI News. That's it for the first Bank of Wyoming countdown to kickoff. Your home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Visit GoFirstBank.com. The 31-win streak, 3 back-to-back-to-back state title Braves want to go back to Laramie. In their way tonight, the Lander Valley Tigers. They come into the game just 1 loss on the season. That came to Riverton earlier on in conference play by just 3 points was all. So a solid Lander Valley Tiger team. It is going to be the Braves kicking off to the Tigers. Star Valley on their home field, kicking from the north to the south. Quick injury report. Tate Lassa missed the game last week. He's back tonight. He'll be back on kicking duties for the Star Valley Braves. Once again, we lost Ikaika Cope to a leg injury last week. He's not dressed tonight. And Cooper Lancaster also out with the collarbone injury. He's also no longer on the in the game tonight as well. Also out for a big chunk of the season for Lander Valley was Braden Baker, and he is still not dressed for the Lander Valley Tigers either. We do have Eli Mountawantia, got limited snaps last week. He's dressed and ready to go tonight as well. And we're underway with the Carpus Plus Color Tile kickoff, fielded just shy of the 10 at the 11, and a collision near the 20, and brought down Parker Burton on the 10-11-yard return for the Tigers, and we're underway at Bracefield.
Zach Wasserloos in there on the tackle, also McCray Barnes helping in on that special teams tackle. And you know, Jake broke it down on the Thursday night recap, and Paxton Hollingshead has been absolutely awesome at quarterback, only a couple of picks the whole year. And Cody West is going to tote the rock for the Tigers. He's had a terrific year. In fact, according to Jake, broke the school record this year and didn't even start until the 5th game. So he's had quite a year.
Finn McFadden, his favorite target passing-wise. He has 10 touchdowns, 39 receptions coming into this game. And we'll have Hollingshead in the shotgun. He'll send McFadden in motion. Pitch out to the right side. Hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage. Braves in the backfield. No gain on the play. In fact, maybe even a tackle for loss on first down.
And I know this will shock you Star Valley fans, but Roman Erickson in there on that tackle.
Roman TFL Erickson. Great offensive player, but man, the defensive impact he makes game in and game out. Tremendous for the junior. That's a 2-yard loss to set up 2nd and 12. Lander Valley on their own 21-yard line.
This is just he was a starter as a sophomore. Now he's a junior. He is just a terror on both sides of the ball.
Pistol set for Hollingshead. In the backfield is Burton behind him. 2 receivers left. Play action bubble screen out to McFadden. Tries to shake away from Thompson, but he can't. Buttons there for the cleanup. Also a little help on the outside, and it's another no gain on the play. Crew Lancaster also out there on the perimeter to help.
You know, teams like Lander, we saw with Cody as well. They force you to make tackles in space, because then if you don't, they'll kill you with their speed. Braves showing off a good job of tackling in space there, no gain at all.
Sets up a 3rd down and 12 as Star Valley defense would love a 3 and out here to open things up. 10:48 to go in this opening quarter. First drive of the game, Tigers in a hole. 3rd and 12 with trips to the right side of Paxton Hollingshead. He's going to play action, look right, and he'll be sacked. Brought down, a 1-yard loss on the play, and it's 4th down and 13 to go. Lander will punt it away.
Will Linford in there, number 87. I thought I also saw Sam Gaskell, a couple of seniors. That's Crew Lancaster, 39, excuse me. So you had Will Linford, the senior, and then a sophomore, Crew Lancaster in there, number 39, and Lander going to go 3 and out.
Back to punt is Garrett Romer for Lander Valley. He's standing at his own 8-yard line with 10 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. Travis Thompson, the dangerous return man, is back. It's going to be a line drive low kick. Thompson will not field it off the bounds. Going to take a nice Lander roll all the way into the 35-30 and down roughly around the 29-yard line. So with the roll, a fantastic punt for Garrett Romer.
And if you notice right there, Star Valley was kind of set up in a little bit different than your typical back when it was Cooper and Travis back there, both vying to return the kick. That time you had Dax Button as kind of an up back, if you want to call it that, and then Travis was back. They've obviously seen something with how Lander does their punt. They want to make sure they've got a little bit of a different setup.
Here comes Phoenix Hubby and the Braves offense. A lot of weapons for Phoenix to throw to as he's chasing passing yardage records over the next couple of games. And in the backfield is Nathan Hatterley. They go bunch right, hand off to Hatterley. Has some pulling guards. Nice block, and Hatterley's broken free. He outruns one tackler 45-50. Hatterley up the sideline, and he stays in bounds, breaks a tackle. Now it cuts back inside, another broken tackle, and Hatterley's gone! He scores, breaking tackles up the sideline. And it's a one-play, 71-yard run for Nathan Hatterley to the house, and it is immediately 6-0 Braves.
Well, watch this. He gets the block here from Ryan Talbot, breaks him into the second level, runs away from that tackler. Looks like he's going to get pushed out of bounds here, was able to fight through it, and then he decides, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and score as he steps back inside and sprints in for 6. Man, Nathan Hatterley, that one wasn't called back.
What a run to open up the game. 6-0 Braves. Snap, hole, PAT's blocked, no good. And so it stays 6-0. Back after this on SVI Sports.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of the Star Valley Braves. Let's get back to Duke and Dow.
Carpus plus color tile kickoff from Tate Lawson. Going to be booted inside the 9 to the 10. Returned by Burton again, 15-20. And he'll be tackled there around the 21-22 after the 71-yard right sideline run for Nathan Hatterley to the house. The Braves lead 6-0 after block PAT. Now we have some state volleyball going on right now.
Yeah, the Lady Braves are still waiting to serve up against Cheyenne East. It kind of looked like Sheridan was going to sweep Evanston. Evanston had other plans, however, and they've bounced back and won the third and the fourth set, so they're heading to a fifth set, so that Lady Braves match will continue to be delayed.
Lander Valley looking to answer as their offense went 3 and out, and then the defense let Star Valley score on their first play from scrimmage. So now Lander at their own 21-yard line facing a 1st and 10 with 9:32 to go in the first quarter. High snap, corral, pitch out right to Burton. He'll have the edge, but then tackled at the sideline. He'll get 3, maybe 4 yards on the quick pitch out.
Sam Gaskell, Crew Morgan, Dylan Hershey all in there. Kyan Watson.
Tackle made by Star Valley's Sam Gaskell.
Positive yards, though, for the Tigers. That'll set up 2nd down and 6. Nose of the football right on the 25-yard line as the clock will tick down to 9:05 to go in the first quarter here on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard.
Well, the opening possession, the Tigers actually lost 3 yards, and so already doing better here, picking up 4 on first down.
Pistol set once again in the backfield. Hollingshead with Burton, his tailback man in motion. Throw ahead to the motion man, McFadden, and he will get across the line of scrimmage, but not much, just 2-3 yards. Ball forward to get to the 27, 28-yard line. So it will be 3rd and manageable here for Lander Valley after those 2 plays to set up 3rd and 3 yards to go.
Ryan Talbot in there, number 70, the all-state nose tackle, finding his way through there. There you see Ryan, man. You talk about kids having nerves or having experience. Ryan's been here and done that.
That he has. And a 3rd and 3. Lander trying to avoid back-to-back 3 and outs to open up the game. Another man in motion again is McFadden. They instead hand off to Burton. He will break through and have the first down. Moves the chains up to the 35-yard line. That'll be a 6-7-yard run on 3rd down and 3.
There's a good hole that opens up right here for Cody West. And you can see by the time the Braves are able to get to him, he's already into the 2nd level, into the linebacker. So, yeah, does a good job of picking up about 7 yards.
Clock rolls under 8 minutes to go. A new set of downs for the Tigers. It will be West again in the backfield. Flanked wide to the left is Hereford for the Tigers. One receiver up top is Finn McFadden. And there is going to be a flag, likely some motion, and it is. It's going to be on the perimeter. That will be a 5-yard penalty given to Lander.
This might be on one of the receivers, which drives you nuts as a coach. But it's first penalty of the game so far. It's going to go against the Tigers.
1st and 15. Moves the ball back to the Lander Valley 30 with the clock stopped at 7:37 to go. Just a light breeze, about a 20-25% chance of rain throughout the game today. Overcast skies in Afton with the temperature in the lower 40s as we have a handoff once again to West, and he will get through the initial surge and drag the pile down to about the 39-yard line. good game by West on 1st and long to set up second down and about 6 to go.
Well, this this Lander offensive line, they've got some big dudes up front, and they can be physical. You've seen that on the last couple of plays, kind of plowing the road. They've won the battle up front on those last 2 plays, and it gets Cody West into the next level, and he's tough to tackle. That's a good gain, 9 to 10 yards on that one.
Second down. West remains in the backfield. McFadden top right. Hand off again to West. This time he can't get through the hole. He takes a shot from Aaliyah Mautautia, who pops him down to the ground.
Well, and Aaliyah Mautautia came in to make the hit, but watch number 70, Ryan Talbot. He blows this up. Where there was a hole, there is no hole. Ryan Talbot's down there creating a bottleneck. And, man, he did his job right there really well.
3rd down and 6 to go now for Lander. They did convert on their last 3rd down situation. This one a little bit longer. They need to get to the 45-yard line to move the chains. 6 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Lander will reset the offense to go heavy on the right side. They'll run that direction. Hit and not able to get the first down. Stopped a couple yards shy. Looks like Roman Erickson was the initial man to get wrapped up on the tackle to bring up 4th and 2. We'll see what Coach Burton does here.
Well, Roman slowed him down, and then I think it was Kyan Watson that stood him up there at the end to make sure he couldn't fall too far forward. And yeah, Lander, we'll see if they come out and at least to see if they get the Braves to jump. Traditional football says you're going to punt this, but hey, I'm 0-0 as a coach.
Underdog and on the road. Let's see if Coach Burton snaps the football here. 4th and 2 from his own 47-yard line. Pistol set is once again Burton, and they are going to call a timeout taken by Lander. We'll take it as well. 4th and 2 when we return on the SVI Sports Network.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Back to more live coverage of Braves football with SVI Media and Swift 98 on the SVI Sports Network.
4th and 2, Lander Valley will come out in what appears to be a punting situation. Garrett Romer is lined up to punt this one away.
Good athlete. You never know. They might just grab this and tuck it and run if they feel like there's a space.
Travis Thompson standing inside his own 10-yard line to field this punt on a 4th and 2 from the Lander 48-yard line. Braves go after it. Romer gets it away. Higher on this one, but angled over to the sideline. Now Thompson picks it up off the hop, and he's tackled immediately, so no return. But he did keep the ball from going further into Braves territory. So it'll be 1st and 10 at about the 15-yard line for Star Valley football.
Good special teams coverage there for Lander, number 26, Cole Espinosa.
1st and 10, Star Valley.
Braves scored on their one play from scrimmage on their last drive, a 71-yard touchdown run from Hatterley, and they lead it 6-0 after the blocked PAT.
And that was really blown up. It was a nice block by his line, but then once Nathan got into the secondary and it was all Nathan Hatterley after that.
Trips to the right side, 2 to the left as Coach Young goes spread offense on 1st and 10 from his own 15-yard line. Hovey in the shotgun, Thompson in motion. They go bubble screen to Travis. Caught, the receiver's blocking. Travis cuts back inside. Broken tackle 30, 35, broken tackle 40. Thompson on the run to the 50, 40, and he's bumped out of bounds inside Lander Valley territory. Yards per average through the roof right now for Star Valley. That one not a score, but a huge reception off the bubble screen for Travis Thompson. And it'll be a Star Valley orthodontics first down up to the Lander Valley 35-yard line.
Well, Duke, I do struggle with math, and so I do appreciate it when they make nice big round numbers. How about 50 yards on that pitch and catch from Phoenix Hovey to Travis Thompson before he's finally bumped out of bounds.
Coach Young does bring a tight end back in. He'll go left side. Hatterley back in the game as well with trips over to the left. So heavy on that way. This time they underhand pitch to Hatterley. He'll break another tackle forward to the 30 and stop shy of the 25-yard line. They'll get 8 yards on a little quick underhand pitch.
Right now the Braves are breaking a lot of tackles, and I'm sure the Lander Tigers defensive coaches are going to be talking to them about that. But right now the Braves they've had 3 offensive plays, and there's been multiple missed tackles, at least one, I guess I should say, on all of them.
Coach Young will bring in Will Linford. He'll play tight end over on the left. Also subbing in Caleb Erickson. He's going to play a little H-back over on that side. Roman Erickson bunch to the left as they go heavy on offense. Now they reset, and it causes Lander to jump. It's going to be an offsides on the defense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty and first down. Or no, now the officials are going to talk about it. They thought maybe it was offsides on the Braves, but it was a resetting of the formation.
And that's what Phoenix Hovey is probably pleading his case to the official. And then I think this official comes over and says, maybe not be quite so ambitious with your arguing. See what
officials say the same thing to the Star Valley sideline.
Yeah, I think it's maybe just a little bit too excited, but he's like, hey, it's this, and it's like we got it. We're the pros. We're the refs.
We'll see if they go. They are going to say offsides on the offense, so a little interesting. I think maybe what they're claiming is Hovey did clap his hands like he was calling for the ball.
Okay.
And right when he clapped is when 2 players for the offense went to reset. And so maybe they're calling it that. Regardless, Lander jumps off sides. But they do call false start on the offense to make it 2nd down and 8. Now the officials are still gathering in midfield.
Well, it should be 2nd and 3 because they got 8 yards on first down. And I know I just told you I'm bad at math, but I can do that stuff.
Well, yeah, 2nd and 8 after the 5-yard penalty. So they'll go over to the right, heavy on the right side formation. Hand off to Hatterley. Good blocking, broken tackle again, but he's wrapped up around the legs. He'll get about 4, maybe even 5 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Pickup of 5 yards on the play brings up
to make it 3rd down and about 3. So not where they were on the play before the penalty.
This will be the first 3rd down attempt for Star Valley of the game. They've had some chunk plays, so they haven't had a 3rd down opportunity yet.
They go I formation this time. Looks like we'll have Kyan Watson in the game for the first time. He'll play tailback. Erickson in motion. He'll stop. Pitch to Watson. Caleb looks for that first down marker. He'll have it. More up the sideline. 15, 10, pushed out of bounds. Caleb Erickson, it's going to be Kyan Watson will run for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down and put Star Valley in the red zone inside the 10, so a 1st and goal.
19-yard gain here for Kyan Watson. This will be a great angle for you here on the Fall River Propane replay, coming right into your living room. Pushed out of bounds there by Barrett Moffitt.
Clock is stopped after the out-of-bounds run at 3:29. Inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone, Braves have a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. 3:29 remaining in the first quarter. Star Valley up 6-0. Caleb Erickson in the backfield. Man in motion. Throw ahead to the motion man. Hit in the backfield. His button broken his tackle, though. He does get back to the line of scrimmage and pull down. There is going to be a face mask, though, as Button was going down. And a Lander Tiger grabbed his face mask, and that's going to be a personal foul variety, I believe. And we'll give Star Valley a first down.
Cody West came in and got the initial contact on Dax Button. I think the face mask took place right there.
Personal foul. On the defense, 15-yard penalty, half the distance to go.
So in this case, the penalty is going to cost you about 3.5 yards if you're Lander.
But it does give Star Valley a first down as well on top of that.
That's true.
It is going to be 1st and goal at the 4 is where they spot the football.
3:22 back on the clock. 3:22.
We're going to add just a few seconds, 3:22 on the clock. And make it 1st and goal for Star Valley at the Lander 4-yard line.
For the Braves.
The clock will start at the official ready.
Looks like Caleb Erickson's the fullback this time.
And Roman Erickson, the quarterback. Here, pitch, and it's going to be very short gain on the play. Kyan Watson on the carry. We've seen Coach Young do this in the last couple of weeks when they go kind of goal line set. He'll bring in Erickson to play QB under center.
Well, and last week he threw a touchdown pass to Phoenix Hovey. This time he becomes the extra blocker on the old bread and butter. Caleb Hamilton, though, coming in for the Tigers, a senior, said, nah, I've had enough of that, and he blew that play up.
Sets up a second and goal after a 1-yard gain. They'll bring Hovey back in to play quarterback. I formation again, but this time we'll have Kyan Watson at fullback and Nathan Hatterley the tailback. Heavy on the right side with Caleb Erickson flanked out that way. He'll come in motion. Bread and butter pitch again. Hatterley has a block and he's in the end zone, standing, sealed and open, and it is Star Valley back into the end zones. 2:36 to go in the first quarter. It's 12-0 Braves.
Big hole to work with here. You can see Max, in fact, Phoenix Hovey had to go find somebody in the end zone to hit. Nathan Hatterley virtually untouched, coming in here on that 3-yard run. And that's his second rushing touchdown of the quarter.
Just over 2.5 minutes remaining in the first. Star Valley did have the PAT blocked after their first touchdown, so they will go for 2 here. Looks like Phoenix Hovey will stay in the game. Kyan Watson in the backfield, 2 receivers over to the left. Couple tight ends over to the right. Coach Young wants to make it a 14-point game. Hovey snaps the ball, play action, throws, end zone, nobody there. Little miscommunication potentially on the Braves, and they will fail on the 2-point conversion. So it is 12-0 Star Valley. 2:36 remains in the first on SBI.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Dylan Hershey on being this week's Man of the Week. Congratulations, Dylan.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
And it's intercepted, taken back the other way by Hershey. Hershey on the run to the 30, to the 20. It's a 10-5 touchdown.
This is Braves football on SBI. I'm Cash Thompson.
Carpus Plus color tile kickoff, locations in Afton and in Thane. Tate Lawson will boot this one away after Star Valley scores their second touchdown of the game. They fail on the 2-point conversion attempt, and it's 12-0 Star Valley. Lawson kind of kicking into the wind here with the breeze outside. He's kicking from north to south. This will be a low squib kick, and it will be covered up by one of the upbacks around the 34-yard line for Lander Valley. So the Tigers will have pretty decent field position here at their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10, down by 12.
Trying something a little different. We've seen that pay dividends at times this season, just kind of deciding to try something instead of just kicking it away, and Lander that time able to smother it. But as you said, starting on the 35 here for the Tigers. And offensively, they have had a terrific year, but so far, still trying to find their footing against the Star Valley defense.
Cody West remains the tailback with 2 receivers to the left side of Paxton Hollingshead in the pistol set. Turn, handoff, trying to bounce outside is West, and he'll get a couple of yards on the perimeter. Put him up to about the 39-yard line for a 4-yard gain on first down.
7th carry for Cody West. He's got 25 yards.
Clock continues to tick down to 2 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. As you mentioned, the Tigers had a little something going on their last drive that stalled just shy of midfield. They ended up punting away. This time better field position as they have it just shy of their own 40 right now on second down. 6 yards to go. Hollingshead calls for it. Throws it deep, sideline, has a man and misconnected. Almost had a guy out there, but it does drop down to the turf. Caleb Andrews kind of was going inside, pass went a little too far outside.
Well, to me, the Braves got turned around a little bit here, and And Andrews, had this pass been a little far out in front, a little more out in front and on the other shoulder, that could have been a huge play for the Tigers. Instead, it kind of went to the inside shoulder, and I don't know if the wind kind of hung it up too, but it kind of sat up there in the air just a little bit too long if you're a Tigers fan.
Once again, the Tigers looking at a third down. They have 6 yards to go to move the chains. 2 receivers flanked wide left. Fid McFadden up top on the right. Cody West in the backfield. And it is a dangerous screenplay that is caught, but an immediate tackle. Fid McFadden was there. It was Zach Thompson bearing down on him from the corner spot. He thought maybe he was going to have a pick 6 there, but it just gets by him, and it is 4th down.
Well, and it's kind of a split-second decision here. I think Zach decided, do I go for it or do I make the hit? You can see he brings his hands down. He gets just enough body contact to get McFadden down, and gets about 1 yard on that play.
So 3rd consecutive punt by Garrett Romer for Lander. They go 3 and out on their 3rd possession. They'll snap the ball at the 40-yard line and 4th down and 5 yards to go. Once again, Travis Thompson back to return at his 15. Low snap, kicks away, almost blocked. Kind of an upended spiral, bouncing, and Thompson will pick it up off the hop. Oh, he didn't bid it. Did he touch it? Lander hops on it. I don't know if Travis picked it up. No, the officials say he did touch it, and it's Lander football at the 25-yard line.
Recovers at the 25-yard line.
So here's a look at the replay.
You can see Travis kind of takes a stab at it, but I think he feels like he didn't touch it, but I feel like he did. I guess I feel like he tapped it with his one hand, but again, we're getting the one angle, and he knows, but I don't. But in either case, Lander going to get the ball here on the Star Valley turnover.
So a little miscue on special teams by the Braves gives Lander great field position, a turnover on the punt. It's 1st and 10 for Lander from the Star Valley 25-yard line. See if the Tigers could take advantage of the mistake with 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Tigers down by 12. They go spread offense, empty backfield. Hollingshead to throw, looking left, flushed out, steps up in the pocket, and he's sacked. Brought down for a 5-yard loss, 4-yard loss on the play.
Elia Matautia was right there.
Elia Matautia.
And he had some help as well. Let's see if we can catch this other number. Coming in there is also Will Linford, but Elia had most of that one. Officially a 4-yard loss.
Pushes the ball back to the Star Valley 29-yard line. 2nd and 14, 20 seconds remains in the opening quarter. Pistol set again for Hollingshead. Backfield with him is Cody West. And it's a bad snap. He lost the football and has to fall on it. Hollingshead will keep possession, but it's a 6-yard loss after he couldn't contain a high snap. And Lander Valley will end the first quarter down by 12 and looking at a 3rd and 20 when we come back on the SBI Sports Network.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Lincoln County School District 2 Transportation Department has multiple openings. Work mostly weekends as a full-time activity driver starting at $25.75 an hour plus benefits. Or you can work weekdays as a full-time daily route driver starting at $22.75 an hour also with benefits. Or work part-time as a bus aide for $17.50 per hour. All positions include paid training. Visit lcsd2.org and click job openings.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
Start of the second quarter in the 3A semifinal matchup between Star Valley and Lander. Tigers get a turnover, but then go back-to-back plays to set up 3rd and 20. They do throw it on 3rd down and connect, but it is going to be stopped well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard gain on the pass over to Darian Herford. He'll catch it for on the short curl to set up fourth and 15 yards to go.
You're on the 30, though, so unless you have a really good kicker, which maybe Lander does.
They do, actually.
You may go for it, but
they're going to kick it.
Okay.
Yeah, Caleb Andrews is going to come in. We were watching him during pregame warmups. He was booting it, so this is going to be about a 47-yarder, so certainly no chip shot.
The wind is pretty dead right now, though.
Here's the snap. The hold. He's kicking into the wind. It might be. It is
Got
good. He did hit it. Now, he kicked that from the 37. So, yeah, 47-yarder. What a kick by Andrews. 47 into the wind.
Barely creeped out. Yeah, right there. You can see at the end, creeps inside, just over the crossbar and inside the left upright. It's a nice kick there. Reminds me of Aaron Elling, Lander guy, used to kick for the Wyoming Cowboys. He was awesome, even kicked in the NFL. So Lander's got a tradition of good kickers. They really do.
Tigers on the board, back in 30 on SVI Sports.
This is Sam Gaskell, and you're watching the Braves on SVI Media.
Caleb Andrews hits the 47-yarder, so the special teams turnover on the Braves does cost Star Valley 3 points.
That's a
Braves
heck of
holding up by 12-3 lead.
That's a heck of a kick.
Yeah, it was.
There's some wind. It's like 40, low 40s. That's a great kick.
Ensuing Carpets Plus Color Tile kickoff for the Tigers is going to be a nice boot into the end zone. This will be a touchback for the Braves. Thompson fields it a yard deep into the end zone. Star Valley will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Not to be a jerk, but off week for the Cowboys. They had 2 50-yarders well short last week. Just saying. Maybe give Lander a call.
Maybe. But as you mentioned, wouldn't be the first Lander boy to be there.
That's right.
1st and 10 for Star Valley. They've scored touchdowns on both possessions. The first was a blocked PAT. The second ended in a failed 2-point conversion. So Star Valley leading 12-3. Hovey will throw, bubble screen to Roman. Erickson has the catch, tries to go sideline, and is bumped out of bounds near the 30 and across the 30 to move the chains. That will be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. No, they actually spot it. Okay, one official's clear up to the 34, but there is a penalty clear in the backfield. And this is going to be a holding against the Braves, so this is coming back. 10-yard penalty, so instead of a first down, that's going to be all the way back to the 10-yard line to see set 1st and 20.
Like it, it's like one of those disaster commercials, like it never even happened. Minus 10 yards.
Wipe it off. So Braves now looking at a 1st and 20 at their own 10-yard line.
Second penalty totaling 15 yards for the Braves so far in this first half. That's how you do it right there. Got your fire here at the game. I like that.
Gabe Delgado, the slot. They pitch instead to Hatterley. He's hit from behind, falls forward, and is tackled for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
Shovel pass from Phoenix Hovey to Nathan Hatterley.
So clock is now under 11 yards to go. Hatterley
That's a gain
for
of 4
a
yards
4-yard gain.
Up second down.
Tell you what, though,
16
Hatterley was going to get a lot more if not for Gavin Romer.
Tackle made by Darian Herford.
Thought Romer got the majority of that.
Second down and about 16 yards to go for Star Valley. Hatterley remains in the backfield to the right side hip of Hovey. 2 receivers up top, 2 receivers down low. No tight ends as Hovey calls for the ball, will throw. 3-step drop, sets up the quick pass to Thompson. Through his hands and almost intercepted. A little high pass, and it was just about picked off by Caleb Andrews, who just kicked that field goal. And that would have set up Lander with great field position, but instead it's 3rd and really long here for the Braves.
Well, I think this was it was tipped by the intended receiver and almost winds up in the hands of Andrews. Yeah, Travis doesn't quite, he doesn't bring that in, and Andrews probably had the next best shot at it.
3rd and 16 for Star Valley. Hatterley subs out as Lincoln Fitch, the sophomore, will come in. He'll line up as one of the 3 receivers on the right, 2 receivers stacked on the left. Spread offense. Thompson in motion to go 4 receivers right. Hovey to throw, steps up, flushed out, still looking, fires deep, down the field, Delgado, caught on the run, 40, 30, broken tackle, and drags the man down to the 20. How about Gabe Delgado? Down the sideline, Hovey patient in the pocket, throws a dart deep down the field to move the chain.
This was a dime. Look where that thing comes down. He's rolling to his left, throwing right hand right on the hands of Gabe Delgado. Sideline warning here going to be against the Braves. So that is not a penalty. It's just a warning. It will be a penalty the next time, though. But, man, what a pass from Phoenix Hovey to Gabe Delgado, 56 yards. That thing was dropped right in the bucket.
That's a Star Valley Orthodontics first down on what was a 3rd and 16 and has completely flipped the field as well. Now Star Valley right at the 20 inside the Riverside Dental Crimson Zone. Hatterley back in the game as the Braves go heavy on the left. Now they move it over and go heavy over on the right. Hatterley in the backfield, hand off to him. Runs to the right, cut upfield, nice blocking. Hatterley to 15 and wrapped up and whipped down at the 10-yard line. It will be enough for a Star Valley Orthodontics first down and put Star Valley down to the 10.
And Nathan Hatterley already flirting with 100 yards. Look at the blocking out there. Cash Thompson, Ryan Talbot. And he is not even hit till he's got almost 8 yards. And then he finishes falling forward to get that 10. Right now, Hatterley, 5 carries, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. And his teammates plowed the road for that one.
Riverside Dental Crimson Zone, first and goal from the 10. I formation, Hatterley the fullback, Watson the tailback. Watson about 8 yards behind the ball, dotting the I. 9:40 remaining in the second quarter. Man in motion. Erickson right to left. Pitch outside to Watson. He'll look for the 5, put a shoulder down, and bulldoze into the end zone. How about Kyan Watson? Aggressive, hard running, blew through the would-be tackler and into the end zone, standing for another 6.
That's kind of been a theme here in this first half. The Braves have not been brought down by the initial contact. Here's a great look at it on your Fall River Propane replay. Hatterley, the lead blocker, runs over one would-be tackler, and he's in for 6. Cole Espinosa was the guy trying to stop him, and Kyan wasn't going to be denied on that play.
Now Star Valley up 18-0. This time Coach Young calls for just the 1 point extra PAT, and here is the kick. And it's a little blooper, but it does get over the crossbar, and it is good for 1. 19-3 Braves on SVI.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
Once again, here's Duke Dance and Dal Erickson with live coverage of Star Valley Braves football on the SVI Sports Network.
Kyan Watson with the 10-yard touchdown run. The PAT good. Braves lead 19-3. Here's the ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff from St. Boston. He'll boot this one with the wind at his back this time. Push it down to the 5-yard line. Rich return to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and he's going. 35-40. Trying to beat Lawson to the sideline, 40, and here goes Burton. Actually run out of bounds inside the 20. Finally chased down by Star Valley's Beckham Brogue, who gets him out of bounds. But that was a huge return for Parker Burton, and it's 1st and 10 inside the red zone for the Tigers.
Well, offense has been a struggle for the Tigers so far, so Special teams, a big deal. Man, he really wasn't even touched. And, Tate missed last week. I wonder if he had to push off maybe on an ankle that wasn't quite 100%. It
was actually Kimball Holtz who pushed him out there.
And then Parker Burton just about takes it the distance, officially down to the 17-yard line. And looks like they're waiting to get the right ball in.
So it will be 1st and 10 for Lander. They got 3 points on a special teams play last time that resulted in a field goal when Star Valley turned it over on a punt. Another big special teams play has them in great field position again. 1st and 10 from the Star Valley 17-yard line. They go tight formation, 3 backs. They hand off to West. He'll bounce the outside and be brought down inside the 10. West picks up 9 yards on the first down carry, and the Tigers inside Star Valley's 10-yard line.
He had great room to work with here because of his offensive line. He's patient, too. You can see that he waits for that cutback block right there. I think Sawyer Knockhazel is the one who really was able to open that up for him, number 35. And as you mentioned, 9 yards for Cody West.
Tigers on the doorstep here. 2nd and 1 from Star Valley's 8. 8:47 to go in the first quarter. 3 in the backfield once again for Star Valley. Hollingshead takes the snap, hands off, up the middle. Not much, but enough for a first down. That will move the chains down to almost the 5-yard line. They do spot him at the 5. So it will be a first down for Lander. 1st and goal from the 5.
3 yards on the play. That's a Lander Valley first down.
Clock rolls down to 8:35 to go.
Tackle made by Star
I think
Valley.
they handed that off to Gus Childers. He's a lineman.
1st and goal at the
Little
5-yard
Star Valley
line.
playbook there. Yeah, Childers in the backfield now. He's the middle of the 3 backs in the backfield.
He's a big dude.
Hand off this time to the left back. He'll try the right side. Couple broken tackles. Ball's out. Ball's still loose on the turf. Star Valley will have it. Caleb Erickson scoops it up and runs it back to the 19-yard line. A turnover in the red zone. The Braves defense will shut the door. And it's the Braves football.
You see Roman Erickson here making initial contact. He fights through that. Looks like Kyan Watson might have got that out.
Dylan Hershey, I think, is who poked it out.
So Dylan Hershey poked it out. And then here you see Caleb Erickson. Of course it's Caleb Erickson. That guy's a ball magnet.
He had a scoop and score earlier on the year. He thought he had another one there.
And he had a special teams touchdown on a blocked punt. Just when that ball's bouncing around, you want Caleb Erickson on your side.
Star Valley gets a big turnover on defense when Lander Valley was driving in the red zone. Now they go back down to Thompson. One-on-one on the sideline and incomplete. Almost dropped right in there again. Nice pass from Hubby. On the coverage was Caleb Andrews. Step for step with Thompson.
Ball's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Really good coverage from Andrews. Travis really had no room to work here along the sideline. Look how tight this is. I mean, that's really good. There's just not much you can do there.
Textbook, actually.
Yeah, really good.
So 8:01 remaining in the second quarter. Braves up 19-3. They're looking at a 2nd and 10. Quick bubble screen to Erickson. Nice block up the sideline. He'll put his hand down to get past one tackler. Still punching up the sideline and steps out of bounds across the 25. Will be, looks like maybe 9 yards on the reception to set up 3rd down and 1 yard, maybe 2 yards to go.
This is basically the exact play they called on the last drive that was called back on the penalty. He got a great block on the bubble screen from Gabe Delgado, and now it sets up 3rd and short.
3rd and 1 is what they will call it with the ball spotted at the 27-yard line. Hatterley in the backfield. Shotgun for Hubby. Hand off to Hatterley. He'll have the first down and more. Wrapped up around the ankles and dropped across the 30, shy of the 35. A Star Valley Orthodontics first down for the Braves.
I'll call it about 7 yards. And that puts Nathan over the century mark. 6 carries, 104 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
But when you get 71 on the first carry of the game, that helps.
Yeah, absolutely it does.
Gavin Romer.
Clock continues to roll at 7:34 to go in this second quarter. Braves still with that 19-3 lead. Ball spotted on their own 34-yard line. Shotgun for Hubby and a flag on the play before the snap of the football. And
it's probably going to be against the Braves.
It will say a false start on the Braves.
3rd penalty totaling 20 yards against Star Valley here in this half. Just FYI, that last third down conversion, the Braves are 3 for 3 today.
Man in motion on 1st and long. Hovey throws deep, has a man, and just missed him. Pressure in his face, trying to go to Will Linford between the hashes. Will was open behind the defense, just couldn't quite get under the ball.
Just right from, if you watch Will right here, he's trying to adjust right there and just couldn't quite get that angle correct.
I believe it was Gavin Romer, 66, who gave Phoenix a nice pop as he let go of the ball.
He's made a couple nice plays for Landers defense today.
Caleb Hamilton was also bearing down as we have 7:13 to go in the second quarter. 2nd and long. Hovey throws again, caught, but going down to get it was Roman Erickson. It'll be a good pickup on 2nd and long of about 10 yards. So we'll set up 3rd and manageable here for the Braves, about 3rd and 5 to go.
Roman's kind of been the, if you want to call him a possession receiver the last couple weeks, just getting those yardage to set up more manageable 3rd down.
Here's the 3rd and 5. Screen again to the outside. Travis Thompson has the catch. He'll run ahead for the 1st down. Tries to sidestep some tackles. Does. Still running across the 50. Finally brought down across the 50 in Lander territory. Jumping and bouncing to move the chains all the way down to the 47.
14 yards. And again, watch this block from number 15, Gabe Delgado. Gabe is blocking his tail off, man. He's doing a great job giving Travis some room to work. And, of course, we know he is super dangerous in the open field.
Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down. Braves trying to capitalize on a Lander turnover in the red zone. Star Valley's red zone. So the Braves marching down the field, 1st and 10. Here's a fake handoff, pitch out to Ross. Preston Ross tries to get some running room. Does for a little bit, a 2-yard gain up to the 45-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play.
It's always interesting that we've talked about this many times. Coach Young calls the plays, and you see things that are kind of a wrinkle of a wrinkle. You saw a little bit of that there. We have not seen that play all season.
5:57 and counting in the second quarter. Again, Braves leading 19-3 with the football and a 2nd down and 8 from the Lander Valley 45. Empty backfield, shotgun for Hovey, trips right to left. Everybody tight. Hovey will throw, has a man in the flat, caught by Thompson, broken tackle, blocker down the field is Delgado again. Travis up the sideline, 15, 10, and out of bounds.
I don't know. Oh boy, that was close.
Ruled out of bounds.
He does step out of bounds. For a 1st down in the red zone, we have a Lander Tiger slow to get up. That's Darian Herford. He is able to get up, and now he goes right back down. And Herford is down. It's going to be Travis Thompson for a 1st down. Great blocking again, though, by Delgado.
That puts Travis over 100 yards receiving. 3 catches, 101 yards. And unfortunately, player is down. They're going to attend to him, and hopefully it's like a cramp or something along those lines. You hate for it to be anything more than that.
So the Braves will have 1st and goal inside the Riverside Dental red zone. As Herford getting a little bit of attention, looks like he is getting stretched out, and he will be helped up, and he'll be able to hobble off the field. Oh, the cramps are no good. But it will be 1st and goal from the 8 for the Braves on offense.
Well, Duke, correct me if I'm wrong, it's even worse on a day that it's cold, right? I mean,
yeah,
it's hard to get everything warmed back up and not ripped and stretched, and it's just hopefully he can come back in here pretty quick.
So Herford is getting off the field under his own power. His limp gets better with each step. So 1st and goal from the 8. Braves come out with Hovey under center. They'll go I formation again with Caleb Erickson, the receiver, on the left. They'll have double tight ends, one on either side. Kyan Watson, the tailback. Erickson in motion. Goes from left to right. Pitch to Watson. Bounces inside, broken tackle, broke another tackle, now pushing at the goal line, pushing, and he's in! Tough running inside the 5 on back-to-back drives by Watson, and for the 2nd time, he's in for 6 more points.
And Watson will not be denied. 9 yards.
2 touchdowns now for Kyan Watson, 2 for Nathan Hatterley, so the running game really getting going today.
Love the jump cut there, and then just pushes into the end zone right there. Little agility and toughness.
Watson and Hatterley have combined for 10 carries, 142 yards, and 4 touchdowns in this half.
Lawson for the PAT. Blocked again. That's the second blocked PAT of the game. The Braves lead now 25-3. 5:24 before half on SBI Sport.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients, from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
Watch this game and all SVI sports broadcasts live after the big game at SVInews.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley back in the end zone again, and once again it was Kyan Watson to run it in. Jump cut, broken tackle, and then pushing into the end zone. Here's the ensuing Carpets Plus Color Tile kickoff, locations in Afton and in Thane. And a new kicker, this is Ross Hilton. He's going to boot this one down to the 9-10. It's fumbled but picked up by the returner. He's going to hesitate, now bounce it outside and be tackled by out on the perimeter, brought down by Mason Pack on the tackle.
McFadden had the return and pulled down by Pack. And I wonder if Tate is not quite 100% with that kicking foot especially, and they bring in Ross Hilton this time, and he kicked last week against the Buffalo Bison.
5:16 remaining in the second quarter. Braves leading it 25-3 with the ball spotted for the Lander Valley Tigers on their own 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Pistol set once again for Hollingshead and the Tigers offensively. Man in motion is McFadden. Hand off to the tailback to West. He'll get through the initial line and then fall forward for just a gain of 1, actually, is all that is, up to the 30-yard line to set up 2nd down and 9.
Will Linford, Sam Gaskell, and Elijah Mautatia in there on that tackle.
Clock down to 4:53. The Tigers, should they need them later on in the drive, do have 2 timeouts remaining. Right now, they're thinking just 1st down. They'd hate to give the ball back to Hovey in the offense with still 3 to 4 minutes to play before halftime.
9 for the Tigers.
2nd and 9. One receiver flanked wide to the right. Man in motion. Hollingshead will throw. Goes sideline, deep down the field, underthrown. There is a flag on the play. It was Zach Thompson on the coverage. Intended target was Barrett Moffitt of Lander. And an underthrow ball, that's hard to cover for the defense. You see flags on that quite a bit.
Good coverage back
well,
there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, dude. I think that's the first real deep shot Lander's taken. So maybe you get a little bit complacent thinking that ball's not coming your way. And this time they're going to get the Braves for pass interference. Fort Penley totaling 35 yards against the Braves in this half.
So that will result in a 1st down with some rain starting to fall in Afton. 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Still some wind blowing from the south to the north, so Lander is driving into the wind. That didn't stop Caleb Andrews on the 47-yard field goal he made earlier in the game.
It didn't.
And that's the only points of the game so far for Landers. They trail 25-3. 4:25 to go. 1st and 10 for the Tigers now at their own 45-yard line. Hollingshead, play action, rolls left, steps up, and he's sacked by Roman Erickson. Nowhere to go for Paxton Hollingshead, and he's brought down for a 4-yard loss on the play.
I don't know if this was a broken play or if it was something that didn't quite transpire the way Lander wanted it. That looked like Hollingshead kind of whipped his head around and expected things to be a little different, and instead he had Roman Erickson bearing down on him there. I'm not sure if that went exactly to plan.
Results in a 2nd and 14. Clock under 4 minutes before halftime. 3:50 remains. Ball backed up to the Lander 41. Hollingshead again in the pistol. 2 receivers up top to his left. 1 to his right with an H-back. Handoff this time to West, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Forward progress will give him 1 yard, but that's it. 3rd down and 14 to go.
Well, that Lander running game against the Star Valley defense is one of the keys. And the offense, but the running game in particular. Right now, the Braves defense absolutely winning that battle.
They'll say 3rd and 13, 3:08 to go.
The Tigers are 1 of 5 on 3rd down today.
Coach Burton and the Tigers need a big play here to avoid having to give the ball back to Star Valley with all kinds of time still remaining. Braves do have 3 timeouts as we just barely went under 3 minutes. Hollingshead in the pistol, 1 receiver left, 2 to his right. Looks to throw, steps up. He'll have to dump it down. It's caught for the first down on the run. Fumble, and it's still going to say incomplete. They'll say he couldn't complete it. Sawyer and Chazel on the would-be reception. He was open. The pass hit him, and he just dropped it.
I wish he'd have been running towards us. We'd have had a better idea as far as seeing if he was able to bring it in, but the official saw it, and I guess they're saying he was unable to bring it in. Sawyer Knockhazel just unable to complete the catch, as they say these days.
So it does stop the clock on the incompletion, and Lander will have to punt the ball away. This time you have Dylan Hershey kind of playing that mid area on the punt return. Thompson standing inside his own 15. Punt is away, almost blocked. It will be left short. Is going to bounce around. Everybody gets away from it as it goes out of bounds inside the 30, inside the 25. And Star Valley will have it with 2:29 before halftime.
That was Kai Frazier in there on the pressure from the special teams, and I'm still not totally convinced he didn't get a finger on that, but didn't necessarily get the pretty good bounce for Lander, but I think he was looking for even a little more.
2 minutes, 29 seconds, and 3 timeouts for Coach Young and the offense. They do have 77 yards to go to drive down the field with a 25-3 lead. Hovey in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, and 1 of the receivers goes early. Roman saying he had the wrong snap count or something. He's going to jump.
Star Valley cheerleaders.
5th penalty totaling 40 yards for the Braves in this first half, and that field, as you mentioned, just gets a little bit longer. Still a lot of time, especially the way the Braves have moved the ball in this first half and with those 3 timeouts, but obviously you don't want to necessarily start going the wrong direction here.
1st and 15, ball backed up inside the 20 now. Hovey will throw, has time, steps up, now flushed out. He's going to be sacked, brought down inside the 15. Nobody open downfield, and a quick timeout will be taken by Coach Young to keep the clock from running.
Caleb Hamilton, 55 in there.
Was made by Gavin Romer.
Gavin Romer as well.
Caleb Hamilton.
Timeout Braves will take the timeout as well. By now the clock says 2:15. They may put a few more seconds on. It's going to be 2nd down and really long for the Braves. Back in 30 on SBI.
For the Braves.
I'm Will Linford, and you're watching the Braves on SVI Media.
Back after the timeout taken by Star Valley, the Braves have the football, but now deep in a hole after a false start penalty and then a 5-yard sack. Puts Star Valley 2nd and 20 at their own 12-yard line. 2:23 remaining in the second quarter. Going to be 1 timeout remaining for the Braves. 2 timeouts remain for the Braves. 2 timeouts also for Lander. So depending on this play, maybe we see Lander take a timeout. But here's the 2nd down. Hovey will throw. He's flushed around again. This time he'll roll. throws, has a man caught by Ross on the sideline and steps out of bounds across the 30.
Man.
What a throw and what a catch by Ross on the sideline. Not a first down, but about 18 yards to set up 3rd and short. What a play.
That was a heck of a snag by Preston. Again, a laser from Phoenix Hubby, but Preston snagged that right out of the air, and now it makes it, 3rd and 2, gives you a chance to convert this here.
And out of bounds stops the clock, too, so 2:15 to go. Snap, and the ball's fumbled on the handoff. It is recovered by the Braves. Kyan Watson falls on it, but it is going to bring up 4th down and be about a 5-yard loss. Can't convert, and now it's 4th down. And about 5 yards to go. Star Valley will quickly line up. We'll see if they snap it or just try and get Lander to jump. Clock rolls. Coach Young maybe just taking as much time off the clock here and see if he can get it offsides. Lander's not moving. Clock continues to tick. Lander not calling a timeout. They have 2 remaining as we're under 2 minutes remaining. Hubby looks to the sideline. Coach Young waits. Still no timeout. Still no snap of the football. We got the 10-second count from the official as we're all the way down to 1:36, and Coach Young's just taking as much time off the clock as he can. Now calls the timeout, and he will likely punt it away from here. So we'll take another break, minute 32, and 4th and about 5 when we come back.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I've been dancing since I was 3, and I love it. I used to get nervous going places by myself, but I don't get worried anymore. Dance has helped me be brave and confident, and I am even on Desi's dance performing team now. I love being with my friends, and I love my teachers.
To learn more about how you or your child could not only develop their dance skills, but also develop as a person, visit desisdance.com. Youth and adult classes are available. That's desisdance.com.
Live coverage of Star Valley Sports on the SVI Sports Network is made possible by TerraPower, a nuclear innovation company. The Right Company, your local siding and gutter experts. Call Ready Mix, located north of Afton. Miles Beverage, proud to sponsor Star Valley Sports. Hillam Orthodontics, generations serving generations since 1966. And by Star Valley Glass and Lock, automotive, residential, and commercial glass.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
After the timeout, Coach Young has his offense out there on a 4th and 5, deep in his own territory. Minute 32 to go. Hovey in the shotgun. Ball spotted on the Star Valley 27-yard line, and Coach Young looks to go for it on 4th down. They hand off to Hatterley, running, broken tackle, and a 1st down and more. Stiff arm to the 45, and wrapped up at the 50. Break the tackle again. Hatterley 40, 30, being chased from behind to the 20, and he can't get away from that man, but he's brought down all the way inside the 15. There is a flag on the play, but it's all the way inside the 40. So regardless of if that's a hold or a block in the back, way too far downfield, it's still going to be a 1st down. What a gutsy call by Coach Young and Hatterley and those blockers up front. Huge play, and the clock is stopped at a minute 16 to go.
So if there's a hold that took place right here, that's still 35 yards for Nathan Hatterley. I think they're getting that right there.
So the flag sitting at the 37, so the march at 10 yards back from there, which is still plenty for a Star Valley Orthodontics 1st down. So Coach Young calls the timeout, goes for it, a handoff to Hatterley on 4th and 5, and it's a huge play.
If you look at Nathan Hatterley, you know he's fast. You know he's a fast kid, but he runs so hard. He's a $170. That's not anything, unusual, but man, he runs hard.
Watson in the backfield this time with a 1st and 10 inside Lander territory. Hovey will throw, steps up, fires deep. Thompson there, caught at the 30. Thompson 20, spins back to the sideline and brought down at the 20-yard line with a minute 7 and counting. See if Coach Young calls the timeout or if they go hurry up. Clock is stopped to move the chains, and the Braves hurry back up to the line of scrimmage on the fringe of the Riverside Dental red zone.
Travis up to 129 yards.
Everybody gets set. Snap the football with only 2 seconds off the clock. Throw into the end zone, going to Ross, and it's over his head, incomplete, out of bounds. It does stop the clock, so the Braves will have a chance to reconnect or resettle here. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Here's that last play. Travis going up and snagging it, and then putting on his dancing shoes to see if he can get a couple more. Lander able to corral him at the end, but man, another zip there from Phoenix Hovey. He has looked really good today. Looked really good this year. How about that?
2nd down and 10. Couple extra men on the field, and Coach Young's going to have a call at timeout. Had some personnel issues, and so you have to call a timeout. And we'll take that timeout as well. Is the clock running there? Is it a complete pass? We'll take the timeout. We'll just take a 30-second break and be right back after this on SVI.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. B&H Auto in Afton has been serving the Star Valley community for over 10 years. With a qualified and trained staff, you can trust B&H Auto for brakes, maintenance, repairs, tires, and more. That's B&H Auto on the north end of Afton. Service you can ride on.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of the Star Valley Braves. Let's get back to Duke and Dow.
Star Valley will call a timeout. Clock stops at 49 seconds. And that is the last timeout for Coach Young. 49 seconds, 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Trying to get more points right before half. Hovey throws to the end zone and can't collect it as Roman Erickson. Looking over his right shoulder, had to quickly spin to his left shoulder, and incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Ball still at the 20-yard line.
Back there by the
Still got
Tigers.
some pretty good time here. 45 seconds, but you can't stop it with a timeout anymore, as you mentioned.
For the Braves.
But that's a lot of time, especially the way the offense has been moving in this first half.
3rd and 10. Hovey throws end zone again. Back to Roman again. One-on-one. Coming back to it and catching it. Touchdown! Roman Erickson, 20 yards away. 39 seconds before halftime. And the Braves strike again.
20-yard touchdown.
This one kind of reminded me that Sugar Salem. This is you just go get it, Roman. And he did. Came back and just fought for it.
So that puts Star Valley 31 on the game. We have another injured Tiger on the field. He's on his back at the 25-yard line. I believe that was Hereford, Darian Hereford. And he's getting some attention too right now.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the same issue.
Seeing some rain falling, a kind of sleety rain actually right now outside as Hereford gets some attention. Let's take an injury timeout. We'll be right back with the PAT pending on SVI Sports.
The leaves are falling, and so are our tire prices. Right now at Point S Tire and Auto Service, save up to $200 on select Falcon, Toyo, Nexen, Hankook, and Nokian tire. Whether you're taking a scenic drive, heading to football games, or making the daily commute, we have the right tires at the right price with no stress. Stop by PointStire.com or your local Point S today.
No stress with Point S.
Watch this game and all SVI sports broadcasts live after the big game at SVInews.com. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Hereford getting some help off the field, not able to put any weight on his right leg as he was injured on that touchdown pass to Roman Erickson, and Hereford going to the bench on the far sideline. Injury for the Tigers. The touchdown puts Star Valley up 31-3, 20 yards away for Roman Erickson. Here's the PAT attempt, and this is going to be from Owen Brown. Is that 34 out there?
Yeah, I think he's a freshman.
Owen Brown in to kick the PAT. Low snap, can't control it. Thompson picks it up. He's going to run around and will just go down. So special teams has been an issue for the Braves today. PATs, punt return, and kickoff for Star Valley. But they still lead 31-3, 39 seconds to go before halftime. Star Valley will kick off on a now rainy, wet Friday afternoon in Star Valley on the SVI Sports Network.
Ever
wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
You're watching Star Valley High School football on the SVI Sports Network.
Ensuing Carpets Plus color tile kickoff from Ross Hilton. Hits around the 30, will roll out of bounds. So that will be a procedure penalty on the Braves on the kickoff. And we'll give Lander a pretty good field position. Tigers now down 31-3. Tigers will have 2 timeouts remaining. And good field position after the kickoff. Braves on defense, 39 seconds before half. Star Valley up 31-3.
It's a smart play there by Lander. You're so tempted to want to pick that up and do something with it, but you know, hey, no, you're going to get great field position here on the 35. Lander does have 2 timeouts with 39 seconds to go, so a chance to do something here. We know you got a good kicker, and obviously you're hoping for 6, but you have that in your back pocket.
There is a little bit of wind blowing from the south. It is raining now, and so Lander will be working against some of those elements on this drive. Paxton Hollingshead will jog in from the sideline with the play. 1st and 10 from the 35. 2 receivers flank out wide left. Couple tight ends over to the right. Once again in the backfield is Cody West. Man motions to the outside. That's Burton. And a flag before the snap of the football. May have been a delay of game. And that doesn't help the Tigers' cause. Took too long to snap the ball.
3rd penalty totaling 14 yards for Lander so far in this game.
We'll push Lander back to the 30-yard line. 1st and 15. Still 39 seconds to go before halftime. Man in motion. Burton. Low snap. Hollingshead has it. Throws short. Caught by his running back, and a great open field tackle by Kyan Watson. As West came out of the backfield to make the catch, Watson holds that to a 6-yard gain.
9 for the Tigers.
Makes it 2nd down and 9. And no timeout taken by Coach Burton. Now he calls the timeout. Yeah, 2 seconds run off, though. It's down to 20 seconds.
That's a pretty good collision there from Kyan Watson.
What timeout remains for the Tigers? We'll take this one back in 30 seconds on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jason with the Weed and Pest, and I'm going to do my part to spray knapweed with an EPA-approved environmentally friendly herbicide.
Hi, I'm Brian with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest. I'll control knapweed by digging it.
If you like the area you live, if you like the wildlife, if you love the beautiful valleys around us, we really need to stop this spread. As a concerned citizen of Lincoln County, do your part. Stop the spread of this invasive species.
It's the SVI Sports Network with Duke and Dow and live coverage of Star Valley football.
1 timeout remaining for Landers. They trail 31-3, facing a 2nd and 9 at their own 36-yard line. Hollingshead will be in the shotgun as the Tigers need a big chunk play here. They do have a great kicker again. Caleb Andrews already has a 47-yarder in this game. Braves bring pressure off the edge. They throw deep. Tigers looking to the sideline, tipped away by Zach Thompson and knocked out of bounds. Incomplete. Trying to hit McFadden on the far sideline, and the pass sails out of bounds. 3rd and 9. Clock will stop on the incompletion.
Zach's one that got the hand on it, but man, there's a lot of crimson jerseys over there. Of course, Lander right now, scoreboard's kind of looking steep at the moment. Uphill climb, and just trying to get something to happen, get some points on the board before halftime.
3rd and 9. This time McFadden lines up in the slot left. Moffitt wide to the left. Hollingshead just hands off this time. Run up the middle, and a gain of a couple. West on the carry, and that will take us to halftime as we hit 7. Or they stop the clock. Got a late flag, too.
Yes, we do. Flag on the
So
play.
the clock stops instead of running out. So we'll get the call
Tackle
here.
was made by Star Valley's Ryan Talbot.
It was a 4-yard gain. All spotted at the 40.
There was a charge timeout, Star Valley, which they were out of timeouts. It'll be a delay of game, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Okay. So Star Valley called a timeout, which they don't have, which ends up being a 5-yard delay of game penalty and actually results in a 1st down. And then I just saw Lander wanted to decline that penalty, so the clock will run. Well, they don't. Actually, they don't. I thought they did. I don't know what's going on now. It's the end of the half here. We're sitting at 7.
I think it's actually 4th and short.
Timeout.
So Lander calls a timeout. It was, well, they had 5 yards to go, and it's a 5-yard penalty, so it does result in a 1st down.
Okay.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 45, and Lander ends up calling a timeout. So Star Valley attempted to call the timeout. They didn't have any, so they get the delay of game penalty. Now Lander calls their final timeout, and with 7 seconds to go, it will be 1st and 10 for Lander from their own 45. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be right back after this on the SBI Sports Network.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
I'm Tay Lawson, and the Braves are on SVI.
Back after the timeout taken by Coach Burton and Lander Valley. And they may try and heat something into the end zone here with 7 seconds before halftime. Hollingshead will motion a man out of the backfield to go empty. Quick 5-step drop, steps up, goes deep down right sideline, overthrew everybody, and it's almost intercepted by Caleb Erickson. But it's knocked down and incomplete. And that dropped INT gives Lander one more shot because there's 1 second on the clock. It stops for the incompletion. I guess you catch that and the time runs out. But 1 second, 2nd down and 10. Lander has another chance to heave one deep and try and get something behind the defense.
2nd down and
Rain
10.
is falling. Again, the wind has died down quite a bit. Flag's not really moving on the south side, so no wind to throw into, but certainly wet. One more shot at the end zone for Lander. 1 second before halftime. Hollingshead steps up, and he will elude the pressure, throw it away, batted down and incomplete. There to get his hand on it was Sam Gaskell. The linebacker knocks it down, and that will take us to halftime. The score, Star Valley 31, Lander Valley 3. Heading into the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show with some of the highlights from around the state. Let's send it out to Jake Kimber for that studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest.
Yeah, thanks, guys. So, as you can see, I've got the game up, and it is at 23-22 Star Valley after taking set 1, leading Cheyenne East. So, oh boy. Tune in on the NFHS network. Of course, we got the nice commentary on SVI News as well. I prefer to hear that one myself, but that's the live stream. But let's go ahead and get into the highlights from earlier today as we start off with 2A as 2 games going on, Mountain View Level and Thermopolis Bighorn. Let's start with Bighorn as we've got a nice little drop back by Tucker Wolf. Finds a man in the flat, and I tell you what, you're not supposed to be able to get that sort of distance. That's Riker Ward going the way, all the way to the end zone. That's for the first touchdown of the game. That's a drop-off pass, and you lose the edge. Bighorn beats Thermopolis 48-6 in that game. Our second two-way matchup. It's Mountain View, and it's Lovell, and it's Justice Platts. You know, we got to have some Justice Platts highlights. This was the first drive for Mountain View, going across half midfield and all the way around the edge. Now, Lovell tried to get a comeback going, but look, hey, there's Justice Platts again on the defensive side with the scoop and score. You'll see here on the replay, it gets put on the ground right there, and Platts grabs it on the run, and nobody has a chance. Wow. How about one more? This isn't the touchdown, but it sets up the touchdown. Platts again. It's like everyone's standing still. 52-14, the final. Mountain View into the championship to take on Bighorn. This, I think I got this game. I think you'll be hearing me at UW noon on Saturday. Let's go, next Saturday that is. Let's go to 1A where Pine Bluffs and Lingo Fort Laramie. Pine Bluffs leading 6-0. Lingo Fort Laramie has Nathan Lira give them a little bit of hope. With this kick return, the extra point put LFL up 7-6 in the first. Look at this breakthrough right here. A nice move, and again, the kickoff was put onto the dirt all the way as a man falling to the ground. But you guys know, say it with me, Karsten Freeberg. 45 yards, 65-15 right now. Pine Bluffs well on their way to the 1A title. So we know Pine Bluffs should be getting there in moments. Gray Bowl, Rocky Mountain, the other game. In 1A, six-man encampment, Burlington, and Little Snake River, where we start off. This was the second play of the game. Do you feel like you're in the Matrix? No, that was the actual stream. He scored there, but this is much later in the game. They're up 46-0, and Granite Ready, you can see this touchdown all the way through. He had a dozen or so. 79-8, Little Snake River into the championship. Then Burlington versus Encampment. This is the first touchdown of the game, and it's Burlington getting Chase Bassett from Cole Walker. Encampment would come back. Here is Caleb Cohn. Look at this hang on. Yeah, he held on for that catch. Take a look here. I can't believe that. We got to go back here just a second. He grabs this one, goes in for the end zone. Here was the difference maker. It's your quarterback, Cole Walker again, except this time he gets a hand on the punt, and it's returned the rest of the way. And, well, it was 14-6 at the half. 43-6 was the final for Encampment. And so our six-man championship, I've got that game as well excited on Saturday morning, 10 a.m., Burlington, Little Snake River. And guys, coming back to me, put it back on me. Hey, we've got, looks like we're in a set break. We have some breaking news for the Riverton Cody game later tonight. I heard it from Coach Leonard himself. Hunter Saltzgaber, Blake Gantenbein, and their leading defensive points getter, Braden Martin, all out tonight. So a little bit of a damper on that game, but guys, I'll find out as soon as I can the results for the second set for Star Valley. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake Hibbert. Appreciate it with the Lincoln County Weed and Pest Studio Report. Help keep Star Valley beautiful. Please spray knapweed at your homes and businesses. Contact the Lincoln County Weed and Pest for the details. At the half, Star Valley leading Lander Valley 31-3. Simplot Smoky Candy Mine halftime show on the SVI Sports Network.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room. Everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers for me.
In healthcare these days, you just don't find a place like Star Valley Health. We really do focus on providing the best care.
Our employees take so much pride in their positions. They know that if their kids get sick, if they get sick, if somebody gets in a car accident, that there is that personal tie.
They get to see the change that they make in their life, so it's fun to be involved.
There's no place to enjoy the fall season like Alpine, Wyoming. Enjoy fly fishing on the Salt and Snake Rivers, camping and hunting up the Grays in the Wyoming Range, hike the trails in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, or bring your off-road vehicles and enjoy the backcountry. And with plenty of lodging and dining options at affordable prices, you just can't beat the fall season in Alpine. Experience the fall season like Mother Nature intended in scenic Alpine, Wyoming.
Coverage is presented by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, supporting local families and communities. Visit Simplot.com.
Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, supporting local families and communities with an intense focus on safety. Join their team at Simplot.com, where you can find job openings locally and around the nation. In fact, visit Simplot.com. Duke Kendall with you here with the halftime score in favor of the Braves in the 3A semifinals, 31-3, and big plays in the second half there for the Braves.
Well, really the Braves could do whatever they wanted on offense in that first half, and you saw that even in some of the play calling. They were backed up in a couple of different ways, and they were still throwing down the field. They went for it on fourth and 6, and deep inside their own end, and ended up getting a 50-60 yard play out of it. So yeah, offensively they have been absolutely tough to stop, and that shows up in the numbers.
Let's take a look at those numbers deep into the score with the Battleson Brothers halftime battle stats.
Well, first for the Lander Tigers, Paxton Hollingshead 5 of 10 in that first half for 15 yards. The running game, most of that coming from Cody West, 12 carries, 40 yards. But as a team, just 29 yards on 17 carries, so 15 yards through the air, 29 on the ground, a total of 44 yards in that first half for the Lander Tiger. Meanwhile, you can see right there, the Star Valley offense has been explosive in that first half. Phoenix Hovey, 11 of 16, 256 yards, and a touchdown in that first half. The running game was also explosive. Nathan Hatterley, 7 carries, 139 yards, 2 scores. Kyan Watson, 4 carries, 38 yards, 2 scores. And Travis Thompson, through the air, 4 catches, 137 yards. Gabe Delgado had 1 big 56-yard catch. Roman Erickson, 3 catches for 39 yards. So 256 through the air, 169 on the ground, for a total of 425 in the first half. And that is your halftime battle stats.
Brought to you by Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home, where you'll find quality, price, and service. Located a block south of the Arch in Afton, that is Battleson Brothers Flooring. Let's see now if we can give away a gift certificate to Swirl and Star of 89. Good for free frozen yogurt or their soups of the week. Maybe one of those grilled cheese Sammies that are so good. Here's your halftime trivia question.
Well, there was a heck of a state championship played my junior year, 1993, here in Afton between Lander and Star Valley. The Braves were down 12-0 in that game. They came back and won it 14-12. What Star Valley quarterback wide receiver combo scored the winning touchdown against Lander in that 93 state championship game? Use the texted number 307-203-4637, and maybe you'll win that gift certificate.
First correct answer is the winner, 307-203-4637. Before we go to break here, how about a volleyball update?
Well, just trying to keep track of some things. Looks like the Lady Braves are up 2-0 on Cheyenne East and leading in the third set. So, you know, we talked about that on Sports Friday, kind of readjusting your goals and coming back and wanting it. And right now, the Lady Braves in good shape to win today, and they would advance to a consolation championship against Sheridan. That's a team they actually beat on the opening weekend, although that should be a good one if it does pan out that way. But right now, the Lady Braves in control against Cheyenne East.
That's a look at what's happening there, that quick Crimson Corner with the help of Teton Tactical Supply. Here in our Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, Braves lead 31-3 on the SVI Sports Network.
Are you sidelined by a sports-related injury? At Alpine Foot and Ankle, Dr. Andrew McCall specializes in treating ankle sprains, Achilles injuries, chronic ankle pain and instability, flat feet, and heel pain. Dr. McCall's expert care ensures you get back to your active lifestyle quickly and safely. Don't let foot and ankle issues hold you back. Visit alpinefoothandankle.clinic to learn more. That's alpinefoothandankle.clinic.
Discover the thrill of adventure with Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
Welcome back to the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, where the Braves lead at 31-3. Now let's see how Star Valley has done with those keys to the game.
Well, key number one, turnovers and seasons. Both teams have had one in this first half, but neither one has been too damaging, although I will say Lander had a chance to really get on the scoreboard early on, and it didn't pan out for them, so they weren't quite able to capitalize on theirs. The Lander run game versus the Star Valley defense. Well, in this first half, the Lander run game, 17 carries, 29 yards. So right now, the Braves defense definitely holding court on that one. Braves hitting on some big plays was a big key. They have certainly done that. In fact, over 400 yards of offense in that first half. And special teams has been special. It's been less than special tonight. Had several extra points blocked and missed, and had a turnover on a punt return. So obviously you'd like to see that improve as well. That's a look at your keys to the game from SVI News.
Have you downloaded the SVI News app? It's free on Android and Apple devices. Just search for SVI News. Let's see if we have a winner of that gift certificate to Swirl and Star of 89 in downtown Afton.
Well, the question was, what Star Valley QB wide receiver combo scored the winning touchdown against Lander in the 1993 state championship game? And that was Jason Sanderson to Cal Larson. If you remember that far back, that was a heck of a game. I was there. It was awesome.
We do have a winner. The first correct answer, phone number ends in 3022. That is 3022. Congratulations. You just won that gift certificate from Swirl and Star of 89 in downtown Afton. You can pick it up from us at SVI Media. Next week, as the Braves take the field, follow Star of 89, Swirl, and the Giftery on their new social media handles. The Braves with a 31-3 lead on their home field. 2 more quarters to go in the 3A semifinal between Star Valley and the Lander Valley Tigers. Back after this with more coverage of the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show on SVI.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine, or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
This is the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com.
Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show, bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. Braves leading at 31-3 in our Simplot halftime coverage. Let's go down to the field. Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA sideline report. Had a chance to catch up with head coach McKay Young, getting his thoughts on the first half. Amelia.
Okay, so, Coach, that was a pretty good first half. What's something you liked most about how your team executed?
Boy, I don't know. I impressed with the way our guys, we felt like we had an advantage on the perimeter and been excited about the way we ran the ball outside and thrown the ball outside. No, I mean, they've got some great athletes. I feel like we've done a good job neutralizing those big guys in the middle. And defensively, I felt like we've taken away the things that they want to do. So, you know, this time of year, you get your depth tested. Got some guys dinged up, and so some young guys getting an opportunity to go in and make a name for themselves. And I feel like all of them have done a good job of that. So 24 minutes away from sealing our ticket to state, and we'll see if we can get it done.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA sideline report. Locations in Afton and in Alpine. Call Miles CPA at 885-0055 as we put the wraps on the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show. Now where are we at on volleyball for the Lady Braves against Cheyenne East?
Well, right now it looks like the Lady Braves are going to sweep Cheyenne East, and so they will play tomorrow against the loser of Laramie. Let me pull this up here. Excuse me, they will play the loser of the game that they will play again tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. And so hats off to the Lady Braves bouncing back, coming back with a win over Cheyenne East. I don't care what sport it is, when you can come out and say you beat Cheyenne East and you beat them 3-0, you're pretty. That's a good day.
Yep, great bounce back match. Congratulations to the Lady Braves. We'll have live audio coverage tomorrow morning for Star Valley Volleyball at the 4A West State Tournament. 31-3 as we put the wraps on the Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine halftime show. Simplot bringing Earth's resources to life. Star Valley did kick off to open the game, so Lander will kick off to open the second half. It is Travis Thompson along with Gabe Delgado back to return this. Gabe's had a good game. He has that great big touchdown catch on the fourth down play.
Yeah.
And then he's also been
combo today, and so it doesn't surprise me they're back here returning this.
There's a look at Star Valley finishing off East right there for those watching on our broadcast in the dual screen. So here's the ensuing Carpets Plus Color Tile kickoff, and the second half is underway. 2 more quarters, and the winning team will secure a trip to Laramie, as Thompson returns the ball, has a nice block, and can't get away, though, from the tackler. He's wrapped up around the 17, 18-yard line. So the Braves will start inside their own 20, 1st and 10, up 31-3.
Good coverage there from the Tigers.
Made by the Tigers, Gus Childers.
Gus Childers going to be credited with that tackle. He also has a carry tonight. I like it when linemen get to carry the ball. That's fun. 1 carry, 3 yards for Gus. And he and his defense will try and slow down this Star Valley offense, which they were unable to do in the first half.
1st and 10. Caleb Erickson lines up as tailback. Bunch over to the left. Man in motion is Pat going that way. Hand off to Erickson. Good block. Bounces it upfield and tackled shy of the 25-yard line. Caleb will get about 6 yards on that play. I'll give him 7, actually.
That's a gain of 7 on the
Second
play.
down and 3 yards to go with 11:35 early on in the third quarter.
Caleb had that big fumble recovery for the Braves after Lander had their best field position of the game on a kickoff return, and a couple plays later they put the ball on the carpet and Caleb Erickson was there to recover.
Bunch formation, heavy on the left. Now Hatterley in motion. Throw ahead to Hatterley. He tries to bounce outside. Has the first down, but a flag on the play. Hatterley up the sideline, still running up to the 40-yard line. And again, we continue to see aggressive running from Nathan, but a flag back on the 26.
Yeah, this is pretty much right at the line of scrimmage.
There is a penalty flag on the play. Tackle made by
and this will be a hold.
Darian Herford.
And it'll be against the Braves.
So that one will come back.
8 penalties totaling 65 yards on the night. That, of course, will wipe off that nice run from Nathan, which was a theme early on in the season. Less of a theme later on in the season.
12 for the Braves.
So instead of a first down, it is going to be 2nd and 11. Ball spotted back to the Star Valley 16-yard line. Looks like Caleb Erickson remains the tailback. Nope, he's going to be a tight end, actually, over on the left side. Hatterley's the tailback. Erickson in motion. And another flag before the snap of the football.
I don't think the officials
It's a false start on the Braves.
I don't think they liked that motion.
Offense, number 87.
So back-to-back penalties for Star Valley on this drive. 2nd and really long to go.
9 penalties totaling 70 yards now. And we saw this on a drive early in the second quarter against the Braves, and they were able to overcome it with a big play over the top.
Clock down to 11 minutes to go early in the third quarter. Star Valley leading at 31-3 in the semis. Cody Riverton kicks off at 6 o'clock tonight, so still over an hour before that one goes. Here's Hatterley, another big hole. Nathan's running to the 20, back to the middle to the 30, first down and more. Tackled across the 35-yard line. And Nathan is just picking up chunk after chunk after chunk on the ground tonight.
26-yard run by Nathan Hatterley. That's another
he's had great blocking, but boy, he's been really elusive. And he has picked up a lot of yards after the initial hole.
So that is the Star Valley Orthodontics first down for the Braves. They spot the ball at their own 38-yard line. New set of downs. Hatterley remains in the backfield, and an early jump again here for the Braves, I believe. No, a timeout, actually. A timeout taken by Lander. So we'll take it back in 60 on SVI.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
The Bank of Star Valley would like to congratulate Dylan Hershey on being this week's Man of the Week. Congratulations, Dylan.
Dylan Hershey, son of Mark and Krista Hershey, strong safety and running back, senior, Freedom, Idaho.
And it's intercepted, taken back the other way by Hershey. Hershey on the run to the 30, to the 20. It's a 10-5 touchdown.
My name is Kyan Watson, and this is SVI Sports Network.
After the Lander timeout, Star Valley 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Hovey rolls to his right, sets his feet, fires deep, trying to find Roman, comes back to it, makes the catch! Somehow he makes the catch, coming back to it, fighting off the defender. He goes down inside the 20. What can Roman Erickson not do? That one he was trying to reach back through the defender, caught it with the defender's arm in his chest.
Well, there may have even been interference on it. I don't know. It was close to that, but just doesn't matter. Catching the contested pass, Roman has been awesome at that so far this, he's in his career, really.
One hand, had his other arm, the defender right there. Just a one-hand snag. Star Valley Orthodontics, first down. Braves looking at 1st and 10 inside the Riverside Dental red zone. Hovey throws, end zone, over Erickson's head, and is intercepted off the tip in the end zone. That one too high for Roman. He tips it up, and it's picked off by Lander in the end zone. Number 12 with the INT is Garrett Romer with the pick. Turnover for the Braves.
Let's take a look at it here on the Carpets Plus replay. Boy, that's a great job off the tip drill, and you can see Roman's pretty disappointed with the result of that after hauling in that 45-yard catch. And instead, Lander turns the Braves away, and they will get a shot at it with their offense.
Let's take a quick game break here from Jake Hibbard with the studio report. Jake, what do you have?
So Star Valley leads 24-12, up 2 sets to none. This is match point, and you'll see it right there. Nice job of defending the block and then finishing it for the win. Star Valley guys, we will go on to tomorrow taking on, we'll see, one or the other, loser 7. Back to you.
Thank you, Jake Hibbert. Appreciate the studio update there from State Volleyball as Lander gets the interception. Quick slant route caught by McFadden. He's wrapped up and tackled after about an 8-yard gain. Throws it up to McFadden at the 28-yard line. Clock rolls down to 9:15. It will be 2nd and 2 for the Tigers.
Braves have done a really good job on Finn McFadden. He's got 4 catches, but just 12 yards, including that catch.
Lander huddles up, trailing 31-3. 9:35 to go in the third quarter. Shotgun is Hollingshead. In the backfield with him is West. Hand off to West, and he gets nowhere. Forward progress to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. They do move the stick ahead to make it 3rd and 1.
Looked like he had some room there to get that first down, but that hole closed quickly. Ryan Talbot in on that tackle. Will Linford, Elia Mautatia right there, Kyan Watson. That is a tough group to run against.
Been great all year, top rushing defense in 3A football. 8:44 to go in the third quarter, and a 3rd and short here for Lander. They go 3 backs again. Hand off to the middle back, and he breaks through and has a first down to the 40. It's big 52 Gus Childers, the lineman. Gets the carry and a big gain. He'll run it up to the 40 and move the sticks.
Lander Valley first down. Travis Thompson made the tackle.
1st and 10 now for Lander with the clock down to under 8.5 to go. Braves still leading at 31-3.
He's one of those in-between linemen.
Yeah.
One of those linemen that's still pretty dang fast and athletic. Not that linemen aren't athletic. I've dug myself a hole.
Let's go 1st and 10 here from the 40. Clock down to 8:05 to go in this third quarter. And the Tigers trailing 31-3, trying to get themselves back into this game, then to get a turnover on defense to open up the half. An interception in the end zone after a tipped pass. Here's a pitch end around, and it's fumbled. McFadden picks it up deep in the backfield, and he's hit way deep inside the 20. He mishandled the pitch. He picked it up, was trying to find an outlet to throw it, and the defense bared down on him. That is a 23-yard loss on the play. Spot the ball inside the 20. They need midfield now.
And that's, give McFadden credit for wanting to make a play here, but I'll bet when they look at this later on, they'll say, just go down. You don't need to take that kind of hit like that.
For the Tigers.
2nd down and 33 to go. All the way to north side of Smoot to convert here. Sorry, north side of Grover is what I meant to say. And the Braves on defense, 2nd and 33. High snap, a haul down. Hand off to West. He'll bounce the outside. He'll get good yards up to the 25 on the sideline. Set up 3rd down, but still a long way to go. 3rd and 25.
About 8 yards on that play.
Cody
West, 14 carries, 49 yards on the night.
Brings up 3rd down and long for the Tigers.
We'll see what the Tigers have dialed up here on. Well, they're on the 25. They got to get to midfield. So you go into your little green notebook and decide what play you have for 25 yards.
Clock down to 6:55 to go here in the third.
If this was an NFL game, you'd be queuing up the defensive holding about now.
That's right. That's right. Let's see what Coach Burton has. Cody West in the backfield, Hollingshead, and a timeout taken by Lander. We'll take it as well. 3rd and 25 when we come back on SBI.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Lincoln County School District 2 Transportation Department has multiple openings. Work mostly weekends as a full-time activity driver starting at $25.75 an hour plus benefits. Or you can work weekdays as a full-time daily route driver starting at $22.75 an hour also with benefits. Or work part-time as a bus aide for $17.50 per hour. All positions include paid training. Visit lcsd2.org and click job openings.
Cheerleader.
Back after timeout. 3rd and 25 for Lander. Ball spotted on their own 25-yard line. A quick slant, caught, running down the field, and not enough for the first down, but a great pickup by Parker Burton on the slant from the slots position. Makes it 4th and 9. And now that's enough for Coach Burton to consider going for it here. You're still shy of midfield, but you're also down 31-3, so why not?
I think absolutely. Absolutely, you might as well. That was a nice-looking play. In fact, I wonder if we'll see something similar here again, just some kind of quick slant.
They have been able to connect on that route a number of times in the game today.
They had a drop earlier, too. Quarterback in the first quarter that would have been a good game.
Trips to the right for Hollingshead. 4th and 9. He will throw. Slant again. Caught ducking under the defense and getting the first down across midfield, and then a flag on the play at the end of it as well. It is a catch and a first down. We'll see what the call is. Looks like it was Parker Burton on the reception.
This almost looked like Sam Gaskell pulled up here to make sure he didn't hit the defense's receiver, and then I think maybe somebody grabbed a face mask at the end of this.
And Preston Ross.
So Lander was backed up to a 2nd and 33, and they are going to pick up the first down. Back-to-back passing plays down the field. They convert on a 4th and 9.
On the defense, 5-yard penalty, first down, Lander.
So it is a non-personal foul variety face mask, a 5-yard penalty. So add 5 yards onto the end of that play, and it sets up 1st and 10 for Lander at the Star Valley 43-yard line.
I do think, though, Sam deserves a lot of credit right there because I think he had a chance to decleat him right there, and it's like, no, you can't do that. So I think that was a good job of holding up.
1st and 10 now for Lander. Hollingshead again in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Throws left. Quick screen dropped. Trying to find Finn McFadden. The defense was bearing down on him, and McFadden doesn't haul it in. It's incomplete.
Here's a look at it again here on your Fall River Propane replay. Just maybe thinking about making the move already and just couldn't reel in the catch.
Clock will stop after the incompletion at 5:43 to go. And ball still spotted on the 43-yard line. 2nd and 10. Trips to the left. Hollingshead throws behind one man, but into the hands of McFadden and caught on a slant again. Another first down, this time to McFadden. It looks like Burton thought it might be going to him, but it goes to McFadden. Yeah, behind Burton, and Burton's lucky he didn't tip that because it went right to McFadden.
I actually thought he did. That's why I was confused.
Lander moving the ball through the air right now. They're inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's all part of the Valley Trailer Services third down. Locally owned right in Star Valley by Reese Heibel. No need to take your trailer out of the valley for repair. Just call Reese at 699-7441.
Gain of 14 on that play.
Hollingshead will hand off this time to West. He'll get forward progress through the initials line and up to about the 26-yard line. Give him 3-ish, maybe a little under 4. Clock continues to roll at 4:53.
But a good drive here for the Tigers, though, especially when you consider they had, was it 3rd and 25?
33.
3rd and 30. So, I mean, yeah, they did a tremendous job of converting there, and then they've kept that momentum rolling.
2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. They're at the Star Valley 26-yard line. This drive started at the 20 after the interception in the end zone. The Braves were driving down, looking to add to a 31-3 lead. Tigers get the turnover. Now they're driving down the field. Ball at the 26-yard line. 2nd and 7. In the backfield is Espinosa. Hollingshead hands off to Espinosa, and he can't go anywhere. Looked like it may have been an option read. He elects to leave the ball with Espinosa, and it's a tackle for loss. 3 or 4 Braves right there, all the way back behind the original line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd and 11 now.
Well, what you're hoping with that is that you're causing some kind of misdirection, and the Braves just collapse the whole thing. Ryan Talbot, Elia Mautatia in there.
For the Tigers.
Ball spotted back out to the 30-yard line. So a 3rd and really long again, but they were able to get a first down the last time they were in this situation. That even further to go.
That's a good point.
So in between the hashes at the 30-yard line.
For the game, the Tigers 2 of 8.
West back in the backfield as the running back. Hand off to him. He loses the ball. No, he just stumbles. Didn't lose it, but he only gets 1 yard. Looked like he might have a little open room, but got tripped up there. So now it's 4th and 10, and Lander will go forward again with the ball at the Star Valley 29-yard line. Well, they obviously had the kicker, but at this point you need touchdowns.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're in the you're well under the 3rd quarter now. I mean, we're down to the last 3 minutes, so yeah, absolutely. You're trying to get in the end zone here, and so you're swinging for the fence.
See if the Braves can get a stop on defense. 4th down and 10 to go for the Tigers. From the Star Valley 29-yard line, trips left. Hollingshead calls forward to the shotgun. Steps up in the pocket. He'll throw downfield, batted away and knocked down.
That goes Crew Lancaster. Number 39, a sophomore. We should get a good angle over here from across the way. Watch 39, he comes up, Hollingshead breaks the pocket, and then right there, swatted down by Crew.
That will be a turnover on downs. Great job from Lancaster with 2:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Star Valley's offense back out on the field. Still 31-3 Braves on top in the semifinals.
Well, and shout out to our crew. They've done an amazing job all season long, giving you all these different angles. And out there in the cold tonight, they're doing a terrific job as always.
Well, that one was the Dan Camp right there.
Well, of course it was.
Yeah. Braves go heavy on the right side. Bunch of tight ends over there. Hand off to Hatterley going to the right. Broken tackle again. Here goes Hatterley again. Dragging a tackler all the way to the 45-yard line. And they'll say his knee was down at about the 43. But it will be another Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
About 14 yards there. So that puts Nathan up to 179 yards on just 9 carries. And he's been in the end zone twice as well.
Pretty good spot there by the officials. You saw on the replay at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. 2:15 to go in the 3rd. This time Hovey will throw. Fires, has his man caught for the first down. Gaskell down to the 35 and wrapped up and brought down from behind at the 33-yard line for another Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
That's a 25.
Another big play for the Braves.
And catch.
Yes, Sam able to dance his way inside the 35.
That's another Star Valley first down.
About 33 yards on that.
Tackle made by
2 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter. Both teams have been held scoreless. A couple of longer drives. Star Valley turned it over in the end zone. Lander turned it over on downs on the other end. Now Star Valley driving here. Clock down to 1:50. Man in motion for the Braves. Hovey will throw. Steps up, fires end zone, deep, overthrew everybody, and incomplete. He was trying to get down the field to
falls incomplete.
Will Linford, 87?
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Linford, the intended target, not able to connect with him too deep.
I do want to say with that last pass to Gaskell, Phoenix over 300 yards passing. I think that's the 6th time he's been at least 300 yards this season. That is tremendous.
2nd and 10 after that incompletion with 1:43 to go. Ball spotted now on the 33-yard line of Lander. Shotgun for Hovey. It's the draw play. And read well by Lander. That one wrapped up the handoff to Kyan Watson. He had nowhere to go. That's been a great play for Star Valley, but not that time.
Gus Childers. He's like, I carry the ball occasionally myself, and I saw this coming. Yeah, that went nowhere. He just enveloped Kyan Watson.
Incompletion, and then a loss of 5 on that play. So 3rd and 15 here for the Braves. Ball spotted back out to the 38-yard line.
3rd down and 15.
Braves will go spread offense. Lincoln Finch will come in to play inside receiver on the right. You have Delgado and Roman Erickson on that right side as well to go trips. Hovey will throw, steps up, flushed out of the pocket. He'll have to tuck and run on 3rd and long, and will go diving across the 30-yard line. Pretty good pickup on the ground for Phoenix. We'll give him about 10, just shy of 10 yards to set up 4th down and maybe 5 or 6.
6 for the Braves.
42 seconds accounting in the 3rd.
Tackle made by the Tigers.
Does give enough yards here for Coach Young to go for it from the
Sawyer
29-yard line of Lander.
Well, and basically, if you're thinking, well, why don't they kick it? Your primary kicker doesn't look 100% tonight. And this is kind of that no man's land. Doesn't surprise me at all. They're going to go ahead and go for this.
Plus, if you're playing the clock game, you get the 1st down here if you can and burn more time too. 15 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. 4th down handoff, hit in the backfield and nowhere to go. Kyan Watson not able to get there. He's hit first by Cody West. And that will be a turnover on downs for the Braves after the tackle for loss. 8 seconds remains in the 3rd.
The Lander defense coming up big time there a couple times. Turnover on downs will give Lander the ball at the 32-yard line.
So the Tigers defense get back-to-back stops here in the 3rd quarter, and they keep Star Valley off the scoreboard in the 3rd. 8 seconds remains before the 4th quarter. 3rd quarter coverage once again brought to you by Valley Trailer Services, offering all kinds of repair on all kinds of trailers, including welding, lights, jacks, flooring, and more. Call Valley Trailer Services, locally owned by Reese Heibel at 699-7441, 699-7441.
I love the aura of this field, of people bringing their own stuff, setting up their campfires. I love this time of year.
All wrapped around the outside as rain continues to fall. Lights are on a Friday evening in early November. Here's a throw down the sideline. Man is there and caught on the run. 30, brought down from behind in the 20-yard line, and a big play for the Tigers to end the 3rd quarter. Puts them inside the red zone. Able to go deep down the field and connect with Sawyer Knockhazel. And he will put Lander inside the 20 to open up the 4th quarter of play.
And Hollingshead put that right on the money.
A 50-yard
End of the 3rd, 4th quarter next. Tigers trying to dig into the deficit early on in the 4th quarter. 31-3 Braves on SVI.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids' sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
home for live coverage of Star Valley sports is the SVI Sports Network.
Start of the fourth quarter, Lander with some momentum. They have that big play down the field to set them up. 1st and 10 at the Star Valley 18-yard line to open up the fourth quarter play. They go 3 backs in the backfield again, 2 fullbacks, hand off to West. A lot of blockers. He's wrapped up from behind by Will Linford. Does get across the 15, down to about the 14-yard line. 2nd down to go.
About 4 yards there.
6 for the Tigers.
17 carries, 57 yards for Cody West tonight.
Spot the ball right at the 14-yard line as we continue to see rainfall in Afton tonight at Star Valley High.
And that is not normal rain in November. That is cold
Yes.
November rain.
November rain.
As the Guns N' Roses used to say.
Yep, 11:25 and counting here in the fourth quarter, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Here's a play action rollout and hit, brought down, sacked in the backfield, deep in the backfield. A number of Braves there, all the way back to the 22-yard line.
Pretty sure that was Crew Lancaster. It was the first one. Boy, the sophomore's having himself a nice game. He fights through right here, right in the face of Hollingshead.
Also in on the tackle was
Roman Erickson comes in, finishes it off.
Well, Cooper left earlier in the season with a collarbone injury, so he's obviously a senior, but you just take out one and put in the other, I guess. Crew, a sophomore, doing some great things out there.
And I'll be honest with you, Duke, I mean, nobody wants to hear this outside of Star Valley, but you look at the group of juniors and sophomores coming up, they are a really good group.
Yep. More to come again.
More to come.
10.5 to go. 3rd and long now for Lander, about 14 yards to go. Hollingshead will throw. Steps up, hit, and brought down again. Took a huge hot shot. Couple of Braves there, and it's 4th and long. That was going to be a 2-yard loss. Took a big pop here.
See Bryce Erickson, Elia Matautia, Sam Gaskell. Let's see who actually gets there first. I wasn't sure. Kyan Watson came in right there. That looks like Will Linford was there first. And then Sam Gaskell, Kyan Watson, and friends all kind of wrapping around Hollingshead.
Bryce Erickson right in there. And 9:50 to go here, and Lander forced to go for it on 4th and 15. Ball spotted on the Star Valley 24-yard line. Braves defense looking for another 4 and out deep in their own territory. Another turnover on downs, I should say. Hollingshead will throw. Has time, fires, caught, but shy of the yard to gain. Tackled by Roman Erickson at the 15-yard line. Pass was hauled in by Zach Fixter, but not enough to pick up the first down. So the Braves do get a turnover on downs, and it will be 1st and 10 Star Valley from their own 16-yard line.
Got about 14 yards on that play, but as you said, needed a bit more. So both teams trading turnover on downs as we tick down at about 9:28 left in regulation, I should say.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter. Local agents Andy Dild and Austin Callison. It's the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com. Braves with the lead, 31-3, and a flag on the play before the snap of the football again.
Illegal substitution.
5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Marches Star Valley back inside their own 15 to set up 2nd down and 15.
Well,
with the ball on about the 11.
That's certainly one thing that they'll talk about this week. That's the 10th penalty of the game on the Braves, totaling 75 yards. But the number of penalties, anytime you hit double digits, you're going to talk about it.
Trips right for Hovey. Hands off, up the middle. Hatterley running hard again, breaking tackles, and then a late flag on the play. Tackle made after almost a 10-yard gain, maybe a 9-yard gain, but there is a flag.
Tackle was made by the Tigers' Garrett Romer and Parker Burton.
Clock is stopped at 9:20. The official signaling a hold here.
Offense, number 35, 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Score remains 31-3 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Took the flag was about the 16, so Nathan will get credit for a few yards on that.
Pushes the ball back to the 7-yard line is where this will be spotted. Star Valley needs the 25 to convert. So this will be first at about 17 yards, as you mentioned, with the clock rolling at 9:17. Here's a pitch. Run up to the 10, 15, 20. Nice run for Kyan Watson. Finally tackled just shy of the 30, and he's actually going to pick up a first down on that. Wow. That'll be a Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
Again, look at this hole, though. You got
a 26-yard
and then you got
run
Phoenix Hovey coming out there leading his way, but man, that just opened up like the Red Sea.
Star Valley Orthodontics first down on the big run. There's going to be an injured Lander player. He's laying back near the line of scrimmage at around the 7-8 yard line. So we will take an injury timeout here, 9:08 to go in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter on SVI.
Discover the convenience and reliability of Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic for all your waste management needs. We offer comprehensive services, including residential and commercial trash removal, septic pump outs, and a variety of porta-potty options with optional cleaning schedules. Trust us for efficient and professional solutions. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com to schedule your service. That's StarValleyDisposal.com.
I'm Kent Killian, and you're watching the Braves on SVI Media.
Gavin Romer, the injured player for the Tigers. He's up on his feet and walking off the field under his own power. So a good sign for the Tigers. Star Valley leading it with 9:08 to go in the fourth quarter. And a new set of downs for the Braves at their own 29-yard line. First and 10, I formation. Hovey under center. Two tight ends. Pitch out again to Watson. Another great run, finishing with aggression. Brought down near the 39-yard line. That should be enough for another Star Valley Orthodontics first down.
Yeah, about 11 yards, I think, by the time it's all said and done. And as you said, finishes it off, going over the top, and another player is down, unfortunately.
Yeah, another Tiger slow to get up here. So we'll take another injury timeout, 8:52 to go in the fourth. First and 10 for the Braves when we come back on SVI.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients, from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
This is Will Walker, and you're watching Braves football on SVI.
Gus Childers, the injured Tiger. He's able to get off the field under his own power. 8:52 remaining in the Hayden Outdoors fourth quarter. Again, an I formation for the Braves. Kyan Watson, the tail, Hatterley, the full. Double tight ends. Caleb Erickson, the receiver on the right. Hovey under center. Handoff. And again, spinning around and finishing strong is Kyan Watson after the tailback dive. Contact is made, and then he all of a sudden picks up 5 more yards after that, and this time an injured Brave on the play.
That's Cash Thompson.
Tackle was made by Cole Espinoza.
So Cash has done such a phenomenal job blocking for the Braves this year.
Now he's on the field getting some attention, so we will take yet another injury timeout here. 8:28 to go in the fourth on SVI Sports.
Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, pickleball courts, and a new large play set for the kids, all coming in 2026. Reserve your stay at KodiakMountainResort.com. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
This is the SVI Sports Network with live coverage of the Star Valley Braves. Let's get back to Duke and Dow.
Cash Thompson, the injured Star Valley player, he's able to get off the field under his own power. Back with a 2nd and 3 to go for Star Valley. Here's a play action. Hovey sets his feet, fires sideline, coming back to it and then dropping it. Couldn't quite haul it in. And it's going to be incomplete. Intended target was Sam Gaskell. And trying to come back to the ball on the sideline. Off his pads and incomplete. 3rd down and 3 for the Braves.
One of those I'm sure he wishes he would have reeled in. Got a good crowd here tonight. The hardy Western Wyoming crew is out from both communities, really. Landers brought a nice crowd as well, and I think everybody's thinking the same thing. At least this kickoff wasn't at 7.
Ditto to that. And a whistle and a timeout by Lander. Now let's keep it here on this timeout. We have 8:22 to go in the 4th quarter. You can see Thompson with Coach Kazare getting a little love there. He's had a great season, so glad he was able to get off the field. Want to give a shout out to Aspen Physical Therapy tonight, Dal. The NFHS requires postseason broadcast fees in order for any broadcaster to do video. So it doesn't matter who you are. If you're doing video in the postseason, you got to pay that fee, and Aspen Physical Therapy stepping up and taking care of that for you tonight.
Yeah, it's a significant fee, too, and especially when you consider it's not just, for the postseason. It's every game, and they did that for the Buffalo game. They did that for every match last weekend at the 4A West Regional Volleyball, and it all adds up. And they have been supporting us in our video, and even before that, for a long time. We appreciate Aspen Physical Therapy very much, as we do all of our sponsors.
Locations, of course, in Afton and Thane and APT. 3rd down and 3 for the Braves. Pack in motion. Fake to him, hand off to the tailback. 1st down and more, 50-45. Caleb Erickson tiptoes the sidelines and out of bounds. Inside the 40 at the 36-yard line. Another good run for Caleb.
Caleb's fun to watch. Every play, whether he's on defense or offense, special teams, he is running with this ball like it's the last time he's ever going to touch it. And you can see that. That's a big gain right there, all the way to the 36. Gain of 17 yards there for Caleb.
8 minutes remaining in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter. Braves with the lead, milking some clock here. 31-3 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Hatterley in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the Lander 36. Fake to Hatterley, pitch to Ross. Preston has some room. One man to beat on the edge. Can't beat him. Gets wrapped up around the knees, but he does get 2 yards. He outran about 3 defenders in the backfield, but couldn't quite get the edge.
You had a couple different Lander Tigers kind of run into each other. This is a heck of a job here by Finn McFadden. That could have been a huge play, and instead it ends up being a 2-yard gain.
2nd down and 8. Clock continues to tick in the Hayden Outdoors 4th quarter at 7:20 remaining. I formation again. This time it is Watson, the fullback, and is that Hatterley? I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Hatterley in the backfield. Erickson in motion, double tight ends. Pitch to Hatterley. Nathan looks for the sideline. Broken tackle. 1st down more. 20, 15, 10. Broke another tackle in end zone. Man, Nathan Hatterley cannot be tackled tonight. Another big run. I think 3 broken tackles along the way. Line is blocking their guts out, and the Braves score again.
34-yard touchdown run for Nathan Hatterley.
That was a great block by Kevin Phillippe on the sideline, and Nathan was able to skirt around him.
That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
37-3 now the scores. The Braves strike for the first time in this half. And it looks like we may see the Braves go for 2 here, just because the PAT game's been a little off tonight. A couple blocks, and they're going to have Hovey with Caleb Erickson, the tailback. Mason Pack, receiver left. He'll come across the formation. Hand off to Mason. He'll want to throw it back, but he gets leveled, and it's actually intercepted. Mason Pack turned to try and throw it back to Hovey, but he is pancaked as he tries to throw it. And it ends up being an interception, and now we have another injured Tiger on the play. Caleb Hamilton is up. Now, no, he's still down.
So Duke, I just want to throw this out there. Nathan Hatterley just joined a list of about 15 people all time for Star Valley that have hit 200 rushing yards in a game. That is a short list, and he's on it with his effort tonight. That last run puts him at 218 on 11 carries tonight. That is a heck of an average.
That it is. Congratulations to him on that game. Hamilton, the injured Tiger, is able to get up and off the field. So another 2-point conversion try is failed for Star Valley, so they lead at 37-3. 6 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Braves on their way to another win, and what would be their 32nd consecutive win and their 4th consecutive trip to Laramie at the state title game in the 3A class. Of course, they won the first 3, and one more win will be 4 in a row for the Braves. Mason Pack a little shaken up on that play as well. He's getting some attention. He turned to throw that, and it was over as soon as he turned.
He's telling the story right there.
Seems to be okay, and Star Valley will kick it off. The ensuing Carpus Plus color tile kickoff. Preston Ross to boot this one away. 6:50 to go.
For Star Valley will be Ross Hilton.
Ross Hilton, sorry. Ross is mixed up. Ross Hilton to kick this one away.
Ross is also the backup quarterback, so if the Braves get the ball back, I would imagine you might see Ross in there this next time.
Short kick, fumbled off the bounce, but collected. Run up to the 20 and still running the 25, and then tackled near the 30.
Sawyer Knockhazel.
Good return for him up to the 29-yard line. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Tigers as they trail 37-3, 6:42 remaining in the game.
Tackle made by the Braves, Preston Ross.
Braves back on defense. Again, the winner of this game plays either Riverton or Cody. That game kicks off in Riverton at 6 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, here in about 40 minutes.
I do believe our good friends at County 10 and YO Today will be broadcasting video for that one.
You might see a fourth time in a row state championship clash between Cody and Star Valley, or it could be something different. Those two teams up there in Fremont County will decide that.
1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Tigers trail 37-3, 6:40 to go. 4th quarter presented by Hayden Outdoors, the brand that sells the land. Hollingshead, quarterback keeper up the middle. He's swarmed and brought down. Will pick up about a yard. Tackled at the 30. It's 2nd and 9.
It's been a tough night for Hollingshead in terms of having a lot of time to work with and getting any seams up the middle. 7 carries. If you count in all his sacks, which my stats do, he's at minus 23 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 9 from the Lander Valley 30. Clock continues to roll at 6:08. Lander is out of timeouts, by the way. Taking all 3. Great season for the Tigers. They came into this with just 1 loss on the year. Great turnaround season for them. Just a 3-point loss to Riverton. They were the 2 seed out of the East. Hollingshead throws deep down the sideline and incomplete, and a flag on the play. 2 flags actually come in. They were trying to get Zach Fixter down the sideline. It was Delgado, Gabe Delgado on the coverage. Ball was well underthrown, and personally, I don't know what Gabe's supposed to do there. To not, you can see Fixter trying to go back for it, but those underthrown balls are tough.
Officials going to throw their flag, so it'll be a 15-yarder. The way I guess we'll describe that is the home crowd does not like that call.
5:45 remaining in this 4th quarter. 37-3. It's going to be 1st and 10 after the penalty for the Tigers at the 45-yard line.
So that's the 12th penalty, totaling 100 yards for the Braves.
At the 45-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right for Hollingshead in the pistol set. West with him in the backfield. Hollingshead will throw, 3-step drop, fires deep again, and it is almost caught but dropped. It was right into the hands of Finn McFadden. Great pass from Hollingshead. Hit McFadden on the run. Double coverage, and he couldn't quite haul it in.
This is a terrific pass in terms of the location. He puts this right where it needs to be, just unable to reel it in. Man, that was a terrific pass, though, from Hollingshead. Just couldn't complete the catch.
5 minutes, 39 seconds remains in the game. Again, the Braves lead at 37-3, and a 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers. Three receivers to the right, three left, one right. Hollingshead flushed out. Little quick dump down pass, and this time it's caught by McFadden. He's on the run to the 30 and brought down inside the 25-yard line. Delgado eventually makes the tackle, but Finch turns a quick little dump down pass into a big gain.
That's a 31-yard gain on the play.
Clock continues to roll. Actually, down to 5:26 and counting. Ball spotted on the 24-yard line.
By Gabe Delgado.
31 yards on that play.
1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Trips left for Hollingshead. One receiver to the right. West with him in the backfield. 3 down linemen again for the Braves. Star Valley brings 3. Hollingshead steps up. Eludes pressure. He's hit. The ball's out. Ball is fumbled. Everybody diving for it. I think Star Valley might have it.
I think it's Kai Frazier's got it.
No signal from the official.
Yeah.
Star Valley comes up with the ball, and it is Star Valley football.
It's like Kai Frazier, 84. You can see him. Let's take a look at this again. They're saying maybe it was Sam Gaskell. Bryce Erickson knocks it out. And then that ball was coming right at you into your living room. And yeah, they're going to say Sam Gaskell got that. I thought maybe it was Kai Frazier, but Sam Gaskell's going to get that.
Another great play from Bryce Erickson. He's had a good night again tonight as well. That's a forced fumble.
He is a heck of a quick pass rusher.
And yeah, a junior, by the way.
And also one of those kids that you know him his whole life and you don't even know what his real name is. I keep thinking, I don't know. They call him Chum. No one calls him Bryce.
Chum time, right?
It's Chum time.
4:55 to go in the third. Braves will reset on offense. 2 receivers to the left, heavy tight ends on the right. They run to the right. A couple broken tackles and then wrapped up around the knees and brought down, I believe, is
Brennan Barber.
Barber with the carry.
That's good to see because you remember, was it a couple weeks ago, Brennan had a carry and he came up a little lame and weren't quite sure of his status. Here's that last play. You can see the strip of Hollingshead there by Bryce Erickson, 51.
Clock is rolling here at 4:25 to go in the Hayden Outdoors Real Estate fourth quarter. Braves on their way to their 32nd consecutive win and their 4th consecutive trip to the state title game, either Riverton or Cody. They kick off at 6. Here's a handoff to Lancaster. Crew with a nice run. He'll have a first down, a Star Valley Orthodontics first down. Crew Lancaster up to the 36-yard line to move the chains, keep the offense on the field, and time continues to tick away as we hit 4 minutes remaining.
About 9 yards there for Crew.
1st and 10 from the 36. Silver Star postgame coverage on the way. We'll have complete stats. We'll wrap this one up. Preview next week in Laramie. Also we'll have Coach Young and some players on the field after this one as well.
How about this, Duke, for the balance? Star Valley 334 through the air, 330 on the ground.
By the way, we do have Ross Hilton in at quarterback and some other players subbing in as well. Coach Young has to call a timeout. Not happy about it. Didn't like the way his team was subbing in there, and it's going to be a timeout for Star Valley. Let's take a 30-second break on SVI Sports.
Today's broadcast is owned by SVI Media. Any reproduction or use of this broadcast without permission is strictly prohibited.
Back after the Star Valley timeout, Braves 1st and 10. Hilton throws. Caught on the perimeter, running up 40, 45, 50. A first down for the Braves. Beckham Brogue on the reception. Another flag, though, on the play back at the 45-yard line.
There is a penalty flag.
One Star Valley lineman getting up, holding the shoulder, too.
Darian Herford made the stop.
That's Wyatt Collins. Come up another penalty on the Braves. Collins off the field and on the bench. You mentioned kind of had his holding his shoulder, and he's getting some attention. So the penalty wipes off the first down and will be a 10-yard penalty to put Star Valley back to the 35-yard line. So 1st and 11.
So Brogue will get credit for a 9-yard catch from Ross Hilton.
Wind is picked up a little bit here late in the game. Another flag on the play. This one at the snap of the football. False start on the Braves. Whew. Clock down to 3:12 remaining in this fourth quarter.
Let's put it this way. If the score was close, the coaching staff would be goggling at the number of penalties. That's the 14th penalty on Star Valley tonight. 115 yards.
Just your normal 1st and 16.
It has been tonight for sure. There's been some giant gaps to overcome, and they've done it for the most part.
1st and 16 from the 30. Ross sends a man in motion. Hand off to his tailback. Hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Nowhere to go. As we continue to see some of the 2nd and 3rd level players getting some action tonight. That one from Crew Lancaster, another handoff, but no gain on the play.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd down.
So remains 16 yards to go to convert. 2nd down, 2 minutes, 25 seconds and counting. Braves lead at 37-3. Hilton in the shotgun. Lancaster remains in the backfield, trips right. Hilton will throw. Fires and hit the back of his receiver, and another flag comes in. Was trying to get Weston Krog. He was in double coverage, and the pass hit the back of the defender, rather. And the clock will stop at 2:03. Also, Laundry. There's actually 2 flags, one at the 45 and one clear on the far sideline from the line judge at the 30.
They're going to need Laundry's going to need to go through the laundry.
Yeah.
After tonight, there's been a bunch.
So the officials will converge here to sort things out. 2:03 remaining in this game. Again, Star Valley on their way to win.
Defensive pass interference, number 26. Ineligible downfield, number 10. 60. Those penalties will offset. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, so they'll replay the down.
You heard the man. There it is.
2nd down and 16.
Offsetting penalties, and they'll do it again.
Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Younger players in, hand off to Lancaster. Crew has a good hole in the draw play, but the defense swarms him after that, up to about the 35, maybe 36.
About 5 yards, it looks like.
Minute 49 to go, and a 3rd and 11.
Yeah,
for the Braves.
The other teams for the Braves, the JV lost 1 game, the sophomores lost 1 game, the freshmen lost 1 game. So they have all had a very successful year, and these guys are getting a little bit of varsity time here in a playoff game. And whatever team you were on this year, you're not on that team anymore. You're moving on up, and there's some of our crew doing a great job. We appreciate them so much being out in the cold, and a lot of people watch these over our 12 years.
Ross fires to the sideline, and just a little off timing there as he tried to go to Lincoln Finch. Tried to hit Lincoln as he was coming back on the curl, but Lincoln went a little deeper. Ross threw a little sooner, and it's going to be incomplete 4th down.
A little bit of a conversation there between the sideline and Lander defender. Look, it looked good-spirited.
Star Valley will have 4th and 11. The minute 13 to go, and it looks like they will just punt this one away. Ross Hilton back to kick.
Some of these names, you think about what they're doing right now, and they're going to be staples next year. A kid like Ross Hilton, he's next up in that quarterback pipeline.
Here's a good kick from Ross, who will take a bounce at the 40 and roll Star Valley's benefit direction and be down at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for Lander. 63 seconds remains in this one. Lander's season will come to an end tonight, but Dow, you just can't understate the turnaround of this program. Great season for the Tigers under Jim Burton and his staff.
Absolutely.
And just one loss before this one tonight.
Well, and really, I mean, again, you look at the success they've had. I did over 600 yards of offense last week, winning a playoff game against the Jackson Bronx. The only two teams you're going to have a loss to is a program that's going to win their 32nd in a row, and a team, your rival, that won the East, and that was a 3-point game. You've had a heck of a year if you're the Tigers. Obviously, you'd rather it not end like this tonight, but you've had a heck of a year.
So it is 1st and 10 here for the Tigers. They'll have a couple of plays left. Again, no timeouts remaining for Lander. As they go 2 receivers left, Hollingshead will hand off. Able to find his main guy, Cody West. He gets a pretty good run on first down of 8 yards. Sets up 2nd and 2, and the clock hits 50 seconds and counting. Lander will huddle up, and one more play, barring a penalty, which we haven't seen very many of tonight.
Lander's been clean.
Well, that's true.
Only 3 penalties, 14 yards.
2nd and 2. Clock down to 34 seconds. Lander will throw. Bubble screen, caught, tackled. It will be a first down. Tackle made by Beckham Brogue. No flags, and the clock at 25. It will stop momentarily to set the chains. Now it winds, and we'll see if Lander lines up. They are going to line up. Have maybe time to go one more play here if they choose. 16, 15. They do snap the ball. Hand off again to Beck. He'll run up to midfield. Tackled at the 50, and that will do it. Clock at 6, 5, and that's the ball game. Star Valley with the win, 37-3, and the Braves continue their undefeated season, and they are back to state. The 3A classification will once again feature the Star Valley Braves. 32 wins in a row, and the Braves have this one secured. 37-3 is your final. Silver Star postgame show coming your way. First, let's send it out to Jake Hibbard with our studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest.
Hey, thank you so much, guys. So you see the score right up there. That is the opponent. Well, one of those two teams is the opponent for Star Valley Volleyball tomorrow. The loser of this game gets Star Valley. Right now, Laramie leads 1-0 down in set number 2, 10-8. How about we jump over to some football highlights and start off with the 2A classification, where we've got a couple of behemoths headed in a crash course. Is that what we say? Mountain View and Bighorn. A ram and a buffalo. Which one would you take? No, in a football game, not in a battering contest. This is football, silly. So the Rams pretty fast, as you see right there. They roll over Bighorn Bighorn rolls over Thermopolis 48-6. But look at this, Justice Platts, a buffalo. It's a thundering herd too behind him. Wow. No thick sixes, but look at those linemen, Dal, coming behind. There will be a hefty group blocking for Justice next week. All right, let's jump on over to 1A. 9-man and Karsten Freeberg for Pine Bluffs, the #1 team coming in. He's a big reason why. 65-15, the final in that game. And so we will await Grable or Rocky Mountain for the other championship. Now on to 6-man, where we had Encampment trying to do their best. Well, we'll get to that one in a second. Little Snake River and Hewlett, 79-8. That's Granite Ready. You'll see a lot of that next week, Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Join us, won't you? And they'll be taking on Burlington with Cole Walker. He's the quarterback, but also he can block a punt. And the run back, I couldn't get the number. What do I do? But 6-man is set now. So we've got the 6-man, and that game should be good. Burlington, Little Snake River. How about volleyball? I told you volleyball, Star Valley won this. And let's go through set by set. 24-23, set number 1. There's a really fun play coming up. So we've got Star Valley on the right side of your screen. And you ever heard about using your head? Well, coming up, Charlie Neuschwander uses her head. Let's get a replay close up. But luckily, it got a hand on the defensive side. Otherwise, that would have been 4 hits. Instead, the rally continues. Yeah, we're still rolling. I can't believe it. I was waiting for this one to end. I ran out of time almost. You guys were running the clock down. But it finally does, and Star Valley gets the right side attack kill. They take set number 1, 25-23, and we find ourselves in the same spot set number 2. Star Valley on the left side of the net, a hit into the net for East puts us at 2-0. And, well, you know, sometimes you go down 2-0. It's really hard. You're facing elimination, and that was the case for Cheyenne East. They just couldn't quite get up in the third set. Star Valley going on tomorrow. Let's jump over to me, and they will play either Green River or Laramie. I don't know. It's 15-8 right now. One could be 1-1. We'll see. I'll send it out to you guys. See you next week.
Thank you, Jay Kibbert. Appreciate the studio report presented by the Lincoln County Weed and Pest as we wrap up the official home schedule for the Braves. Sweet Caroline over the loudspeakers here at Braves Field for the last time this season, with Star Valley getting the win over visiting Lander in the 3A semifinals. 37-3 is your final. Dallas dig into that score in the numbers with the help of Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor at Home.
Well, first for the Tigers, Paxton Hollingshead, 13 of 21, 162 yards through the air. Finn McFadden led the way there with 6 catches, 57 yards. Sawyer Knockhazel did have 1 catch for 50 yards. On the ground, it was tough sledding against this Star Valley defense. 31 carries, 35 yards for the Tigers overall. Cody West individually, 19 carries, 68 yards. But quarterback sacks and a missed pitch was a loss of 23. Really took away from that total. So for Lander, 162 through the air, 35 on the ground, for a total of 197 tonight. For the Braves, the defense was stingy and the offense was prolific. The offense, Phoenix Hovey, going 13 of 21, 334 yards. He threw a touchdown to Roman Erickson. Travis Thompson had a huge game through the air, 4 catches, 137. Roman Erickson, 4 catches, 84 yards. On the ground, how about Nathan Hatterley? 11 carries, 218 yards, and 3 touchdowns for him. Kyan Watson had 2 rushing touchdowns and 72 yards on 9 carries. 343 through the air, 335 on the ground, 678 overall as the Braves win their 32nd game in a row, and they are headed back to the war.
So look at your post-game battle stats presented by Carpets Plus Flooring in Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor at Home, located south of the Arch in Afton. Battleson Brothers Flooring, quality, price, and service, located a block south of the Arch in Afton. That is Battleson Brothers Flooring. As we'll send it down to Amelia Kazare here in just a few moments. She'll have Coach Young and a couple of players down on the field to talk to us after this win for Star Valley. And, well, the dynasty continues. Back to War Memorial Stadium next week. Now that game will kick off at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon.
Yeah, and it'll be against the Cody Bronx and the Riverton Wolverines. And, you know, a lot of people have thrown around the Cody Bronx and the Braves as, you know, it's not like it's unnecessary. It's like that's not something that's happened. It's been the last 3 title games. They've combined to win the title the last 10 years. But I am anxious to see how that one turns out. I think that could be a really good game up in Riverton. We'll see how it goes.
That it could. So we do have Coach Young standing by with a couple of players. Looks like it's 2 stud running backs are down there with him. Let's go to Amelia Kazare with the Miles CPA sideline reports.
Thanks, Duke. I'm here with some awesome players and obviously Coach Young. So you guys, you're heading to state. How are you guys feeling?
Excited. It's fun to return back with my homeboys and stuff, so it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. And as you head into state next week, what do you want to carry on from this game?
Our linemen did a really good job. They blocked super well, so I just hope that happens next game too. Carry on the attitude and just like we're a team here. There's no I over and with anything. It's we did this, like, so it's just carry on a team mentality.
Awesome. And Coach, what are your thoughts on how the team executed tonight on both sides of the ball?
Super proud of them. You know, we talked a lot during the week. It was important to jump out on these guys. Felt like if we could get up on them, then we could play loose and let the defense do what they do. And super proud of all 3 phases tonight. Super excited to go back to Laramie. Like it's a truly incredible experience to be able to play at War Memorial Stadium, and just glad that these guys have been working hard. They got up at stupid hours in the morning all spring. They sacrificed a lot of summer evenings that they could have been out riding dirt bikes or with their girlfriends or wherever. Like they spent it together in the weight room pumping iron. And then all fall, these guys are at the school an hour before any other student, again, cranking away in the weight room. So, it's awesome when that much sacrifice from a bunch of young men culminates in an opportunity to go defend a state championship.
Awesome. And what are some things you intend to make, like some things that you want the team to bring to the state next week?
Just embrace the moment. That's the message they're going to get from me a lot this week is, don't get so caught up in the game that you forget to enjoy this moment. And that's the same thing I told these seniors tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be in a hurry to get off the field. Like, enjoy it. This is sacred ground, and it will be forever for those guys. 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now when they bring their grandkids back here, this is special ground for them. So the message is just enjoy the moment, enjoy the ride, enjoy each other, enjoy these relationships. Because the sad truth of it all is, a week from now, we will have played the last football game as a team. So embrace the moment, carpe diem. Let's have our best week of preparation, and we're going to see a great opponent next week, whichever of those 2 teams it is. And, hopefully it culminates in a state championship, and just enjoy the ride.
Awesome. Well, congrats on the win, you guys. And I think next week's going to be an awesome game. I'm excited to see how it goes. And yeah, I guess we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare, with the Miles CPA sideline report. Find Miles CPA in Afton and in Alpine. That is Miles CPA. And now, before we wrap this one up, we do have your player of the game, and we actually just heard from that player of the game a moment ago.
Yeah, Nathan Hatterley, he put himself on a list. There's only been about 15 guys in 97 years of Star Valley football on the list to run for 200 yards in a game, and he adds his name to it. 11 carries, 218 yards. He also had a catch for 4 yards, 3 touchdowns tonight, 222 total yards. Nathan Hatterley is your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Congratulations, Nathan. Top quality products combined with excellent service standards. Visit StarValleySkidoo.com. That is StarValleySkidoo.com. That's it for us tonight. Braves with the win as we conclude Silver Star postgame coverage. And Star Valley goes to Laramie next week. As we mentioned, now that'll be a 3 o'clock kickoff time. SVI producing the live video broadcast on the NFHS network.
Yeah, we're pleased to be able to go and bring that to you. We're proud to be a Wyoming company that gets to cover the Wyoming State Championships. It's been a kind of a battle to do that, but we are appreciative that we get to go do that again this year, and we're going to do our best on all 5 of those games. And I think people like that we're there and doing it, and we're proud to do it.
Absolutely. So you will have to have the NFHS network subscription to watch the game next week through the NFHS, but SVI will be producing the video coverage. If you don't want to pay the subscription, we'll have an audio-only broadcast option as well. Our good friend Jake Hibbard will be taking care of that one for us next week with the audio-only coverage on SVI Media. So that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you for joining us. Braves win in the semis, and they are off to state next week, Friday, 3 o'clock kickoff time at the War. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson, produced by David Kazare, Sage Jacobson assisting. We have Amelia Kazare down on the sidelines. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend.